Blazing screens, chaos unfolds, crimson law, tales retold, anime wars, blades collide, justice screams, nowhere to hide. Crimson law, judgment reigns, shock critique, breaking chains, blood red ink, by the blade, truth unleashed for silverhead, elven face. Elven face. Neon skies, warriors clash, pixel worlds, honor smash, battle cries, vengeance near, crimson's wrath, all shall fear. Thunder roars, the verdict grim, mechs explode, lights grow dim, bloodlines torn, broken dreams, crimson law, silencing screams. As heroes fall and villains rise, shattered dreams and severed ties, stand and fight, the time is nigh, rising up to do what's right. Crimson law, judgment reigns, shock critique, breaking chains, blood red ink, by the blade, truth unleashed for silverhead, elven babes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing tonight? It is the end of the year officially, the last animated of 2025. So, we're going to have some fun tonight. Obviously, we're going to do the normal stuff. We are going to be talking about some of the manga I've read. We're going to go over what chat picked last week, and of course, what won the poll this week. And then we're going to move on into talking about the anime season broadly, and that is where the open mic stuff starts. I will warn you guys, if you try to join in and you're not someone who I recognize from regular chat interactions, you're less likely to be admitted into the call. And that's simply because there are some dangers associated with me just randomly platforming people I don't know. So that being said, there will be a chance to, be on the show and interact with everyone. But we'll get to that once we start talking about stuff later in the night. Before we do that, there are a bunch of things that we need to that I'm going to go over on my own so that I'm not just sitting here with a bunch of guests. Being the peanut gallery while I do most of the expository stuff. So that said, how was everyone's holiday? You can see over here in the background, I got a new thing for my shelves. That's why the lights are dim tonight, is because I wanted to turn that on and have it actually glowing in the background. There's another thing up on the shelf that you can't see. It's over here. We got, it's like literally right here. You can barely see it, but there's a Captain Levi figure there now. That wasn't there before. In other news, I have continued on my listening for the Realist Hero, or how the Realist Hero rebuilt the kingdom. So I have started up volume 10, and there's been a lot of stuff about the wedding and everything. So there we go. And then, of course, I didn't end up posting anything this week because it was Christmas. I didn't feel like it. Didn't stream on Wednesday. Didn't post anything on Friday or any of that. So, it is what it is. Sorry, guys. It's just, I didn't really feel like trying to force out a Rainbow Days video over the holidays. I kind of wanted the break. So, there we go. But with that, Crimson hides his toys by keeping the lights off. I told you I have the lights off specifically so that I can display this thing. So, with that said, we're going to get right into the manga topic for tonight. And there's only one big thing that I really need to mention because I was actually busy doing other things over the holidays and not reading. So let me bring this up really quick. This is something that's been on my shelf for a little while. And I have talked about this on some of my shows before. But I finally got down to reading it. And insofar as I've actually, read the first volume here, I actually decently enjoy this one. So the premise is that like the main character is like your average high school student, except for he can smell people's lies. So like whenever someone's lies, he can tell. Oh, so whenever someone lies, he can tell because he can smell it. And that causes him to keep like a great distance from people. And not really form any like meaningful friendships. Well, a certain intergalactic or a certain interplanetary insurance company catches wind of his ability during an investigation, and they recruit him to helping solve alien fraud cases. Basically, there are a lot of aliens hiding out on Earth, but they need insurance to actually be on Earth. And well, some of them like to try and commit fraud because, insurance fraud is a big thing. Anyway, I've liked it so far. The arts, I don't really have like specific things that I think are amazing about it. A lot of it does feel kind of just a touch generic. Okay. It doesn't have any sort of like unique look to it that I would praise. However, I do like the story so far. It's been interesting. It also starts very similarly to a certain Chojin X, to where like one of the first main villains you will come across in this series, really, really loves baseball. So that being the case, I mean, not the most. I gave it a 7. Like it's not the greatest thing out there, but I do decently enjoy this, and I do kind of look forward to getting more of this and reading further into it. Plus, you have interesting looking female lead here with the horns and everything and the super strength and all of that. So good stuff. Good stuff. It's cool. It's worth a read. And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing this one get an anime. Although I don't know how much of this is actually out there. Biggles has become an anime villain. Yes. So, with that said, we need to proceed on to one of the big items for the night, and then we will start to, open up to everyone for everyone to join. So, we're going to move on to talking about Welcome to the NHK. So I gave Welcome to the NHK an 8 out of 10. I thought it was actually a pretty good series. I have a few complicated feelings about the series as a whole, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. So let's crack into this a little bit, and then we will go over some of the other stuff for the night. So, Welcome to the NHK is a depression quest, and by that I mean this whole series is very very heavily focused on the idea of depression and just dealing with life issues. The main character is, a shut-in, so it's following a borderline schizophrenic young shut-in named Tatsuhiro Sato. Like this dude is straight up delusional at times, like completely losing his mind, it feels like. And it is basically 24 episodes of someone trying to find their way out of a mess of their own creation while wallowing in their own self-pity. It doesn't ever really give a specific reason for why Sato all of the sudden decided to just shut himself away. It doesn't necessarily like give you a reason as to why he, went full hermit mode. It's just that all of a sudden he felt super stressed out. It kind of alludes to the fact that he's antisocial and he started being incapable of leaving his room. And yes, Pilgrim. Yes. Is an open mic night. Honestly, I do think it's a fascinating story, and it's one that deals with quite a few themes like depression, desperation due to life circumstances, and even suicide in a couple of cases. So there's a lot of like dark topics that this one deals with. And honestly, I found the way that it dissected a lot of those topics very, very interesting. So, like, a lot of the characters featured in this story are people who have some kind of existential struggle with the world. So, you have Hitomi Kashiwa, senpai, and her, empty life where she has everything she possibly could want, but feels completely depressed. Like she's constantly getting ignored by the guy she loves and all of that, and like questioning her relationships, and it's kind of a story, especially with like the island arc, where you can have the whole world, but not have the things that you want. So then we have Kaoru Yamazaki, and his whole thing where like his life was planned out for him before he was even an adult. And he found that really infuriating and ultimately decided that he was going to try and walk his own path. So he goes into like making games and everything, and then his father falls ill, and he kind of has to deal with the fact that like he's basically locked into this. He might as well try and find happiness there. Then, of course, the main heroine, Misaki Nakahara, and she is someone who basically feels like she's just completely useless and a burden to everyone. And she is looking for someone in the world who needs her. Otherwise, she's just going to end it all. So that is why she gets so involved with the main character, Sato, and his struggles just with life in general. And honestly, a lot of the things that they cover in here kind of lends to the point of the whole series being more so about just like being able to make your own happiness in the situations that life deals you. Because let's face it, everyone's going to have their own problems. Everyone's going to have their own struggles in life, regardless of, where you are. Some will have it worse, sure, but life is hard and it sucks. Letting that get to you and completely beat you down and make you give up, that is the struggle for all ages. So, we'll continue on. I think it does a really good job at dealing with a lot of the themes that I just mentioned, addressing the various struggles that people may find themselves up against in life. Again, it goes back to that thing I was talking about where it really does focus heavily on like not focusing on the suffering part of life is what a lot of the people here seem to kind of get caught up in. And they get caught up in a lot of the negative parts of life. Misaki is a complete narcissist, is a complete pessimist. Sato is just, refuses to do anything. Kanzaki doesn't like the idea of having everything planned out for him. Yada, yada, yada. I hate to break it to you, but H games are not the secret to getting over all of life's issues. Anyway, what the whole series does always seem to point towards a way for every one of them to be overcome. That's one of the things that I liked about this is it didn't delve, like it didn't doom and gloom everything too much. even though every one of these characters struggled with something, they were ultimately able to find some sort of positive resolution um, to what they were going through. And it also doesn't necessarily attempt to shame the various people for the way that their lives have turned out or for the decisions that they've made. I think it offers a fairly objective analysis of some rather complex issues. Like there are just some things in life that are um, pretty difficult to deal with. And the way that this one approached like the idea of just, people's struggles, the things that would inhibit them from living life, I really enjoyed that part of it. So while I wouldn't, so I while I would say that it's worth a watch, it's not necessarily one of those ultra exciting kinds of dramas. It basically there are a lot of times in there where things are very tame. It doesn't feel like there's a lot happening. It almost kind of feels like the series is, slowing down or in a lull for most of the time. But all of that is good setup for the pretty hard hitting moments that it does have. Like the whole island vacation arc in this one, that one was pretty good. Also, the resolution to Yamazaki's story, where like they have that whole friendship going throughout the entire series, and then Yamazaki has to go home to Hokkaido. So I thought those were all, pretty well written moments for the series. So that doesn't change the fact that for the most part, the show spends its time exploring the mind of a struggling man. It does focus in a lot on the inner workings of the character Tatsuhiro Sato. I feel like its main themes are pretty universal. A lot of people will be able to relate to this. And the overall tone of the story is pretty good. Just be ready to deal with a very delusional person as the main character. And I think that would probably be the hardest part of this for me to watch, was just Sato could be really, really cringe at times. Like painfully cringe. And that would be like the one big gripe that I have about this, is just that like it spends a lot of the time with Sato just trying to pawn off the responsibility for decisions that he made on literally anyone or anything else. He loves to make excuses. He likes to try and, escape from reality. But I think by the end, he's actually a pretty good character. So here we get a little bit more. So language, there is a bit they do like their F words in here. No political bias. There is a decent bit of talk about suicide and abuse, but the violence on the other end, outside of that, the violence is mostly just for comedic effect. It is definitely not family friendly. I would not recommend watching this with your family. There is some nudity and sexual content, especially as you get into the later part of the series where you actually see some tits. And I do feel like it has a bit of entertainment value to it. Not the most entertainment value, but there are parts. It's more so a story focused on its topic rather than focused on entertainment. There's kind of a point to everything that it's doing. So overall, 80%, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I respect the choice. Honestly, it was a fun watch, but I feel like this is one where it's probably going to appeal mostly to a niche audience. I wouldn't really call his relationship with Misaki parasocial. And that would require some more complicated discussion of the topic, but it's not necessarily what I would consider parasocial. Parasocial to me is, developing feelings or a dependency on someone you have no real world contact with. It would be like developing a dependency on a VTuber. like developing an obsession with a VTuber or an internet personality. That kind of stuff. So before we go any further, since we're at that, I do need to bring this up because Jeremy Turner, before the stream started, dropped a $50 super chat, and we appreciate the hell out of that, and we do most definitely need to talk about that. Should be another one in here.
理想的な柔らかさ、俺の美意識に間違いはなかった。
何をなさっておいでですか。
検品だ、検品。
Anyway, Jeremy Turner for the $50 says, "Hey guys, not going to be able to hang out tonight. I love y'all and thank you, Crimson, for doing this week after week. I'm so grateful that y'all have accepted and included me in this group over the past year, and I hope this helps fuel Crimson for years to come." He said cone, but I'm sure that he meant come. So that being said, actually, I'll do that over here. Meanwhile, we are going to bring this up. So, the night has ended, or the poll has ended, and regardless of the fuckery, 86 got the most votes. Someone out there really, really, really wanted 86, or maybe it just popped off or whatever. But I'm going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. So that's a thing. We'll be taking suggestions for next week's poll over the night. So if you guys have something you would want to put on the list, please do consider putting your answer or putting your suggestion out in chat, and we will compile those and start making a list of chat suggestions. And then, you know, everyone can start voting on that stuff. So, copy. Let's go over here. There we go. So, link is now officially posted. Again, guys, if you're going to join in on the stream, I will suggest that you be someone that we've had some level of interaction with through the chat, people that we recognize, because again, you're less likely to be, you know, actually put on the panel if you're not someone that I'm particularly familiar with. And this is nothing against you guys. It's not trying to like a gatekeeper or anything, but I have heard horror stories of the kinds of things that happened when, you know, you put a link out there and you let people join in the call. So I have to protect myself on my end. It's as simple as that. And with that said, we're going to move on into the two major segments of the night, and that's going to be talking about, you know, the anime season, and then kind of a look back at the year before we go into talking about everything that's going to be coming up. No Gavin McInnes here, y'all. Exactly. Let's not be doing that stuff. So we have Erased and Yasuga no Sora. Oh God, you guys are out to torture me. Oops. Pilgrim one of these days. I'm going to look up the bullet points for one of these and see how far I get without actually having seen it. All right. So far, that's what we've got. Hello, man. How are we doing tonight?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I was just waiting for you, dude. I'm really excited to talk about the new season and great review. Okay, sorry I can't turn my camera on, but hope
no,
you're doing all right,
I get
buddy.
it. You're operating on the scuffed setting since you're outside town.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm up here in Branson, and it's a recommend, man. It's a good place for people. Lots of fun.
I'm gonna pour myself a glass of good stuff here really quick.
Bro, I was yeah, for sure, man. I can recommend 4 it was 4 Roses whiskey, but you can't buy the bottom level. You have to buy like the small batch, so the next highest level, and it's pretty good. So I recommend that, buddy. Yeah. And then I'm drinking Earthquake right now, which is 10% rot gut that we got for cheap. So yeah, anyway.
Dang. Is Erased the one about the butterfly effect?
It's not the butterfly effect. You fucking whore. It's not the butterfly effect, okay?
This is Pilgrim. He knows nothing about anime, okay?
Oh, I thought you were asking. I'm sorry, Pilgrim. No, it's about a man who has a special power that allows him to basically rewind time a short period. Normally it's about 3 to 5, like 1 to 5 minutes or whatever. And he has to pay attention to what's happening around him in order to avert a bad situation from happening, like maybe a kid getting run over or different stuff along those lines, And so he calls it rewind, and he does see a butterfly sometimes when it happens. So that's maybe the call sign. It's good. Rolando liked it, but I don't know if you respect his opinion. 6-7, right?
All right. So how caught up are you on this season of anime?
Well, for winter coming out, man, there's a lot on my list. Obviously Frieren is going to be the big one for everybody. But the thing is I think there may be some sleeper isekais on that, because I've been seeing some interesting, then again, they could end up like T-Bait or whatever the last one was last season that I liked. Classless Hero. Jesus. I really hope that they don't end up like Classless. But hey, man, you win some, you lose some, right?
I was more so talking about this season rather than what we're going to be getting into next season.
I apologize.
We're going to go over some of this just for, the end of the year kind of recap, and then some of that. Like, this is...
Well, I fully caught up with Gachiakata, which I found the cliffhanger to be really infuriating and good. And so I started reading the manga a little bit, and I'm a few chapters ahead on that now. But I thought that was a really strong hook to get people to read the manga. So I felt that end of that one was really good. Outside of that one, not a whole lot else. Like Tojima, I did watch a couple extra episodes of that, but I've been distracted recently. But man, every time I see, the teacher, I get why you were strongly motivated to watch that week to week, so.
Honestly, was not impressed by the first episode of Tojima, because it didn't, get me into the mood. Tojima's backstory was at the very best. But the second episode was definitely a hook for me. And then from there on, it was just a bunch of insane, chuny adult antics. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We ball. Like, I like this. This shit's fucking fire.
Yeah, what was it? It was a Kamen Rider 3 was just introduced in the episode that I watched. And the fact that they just had like a chuny off was ridiculous, bro. Like, I know that there's like the actual tournament. You showed me some clips of that later on, so I'm gonna like slowly savor that series and probably watch it whenever I'm not, in chat with Arceus. Is the best way I could say
He's
that.
becoming more V3. What does that mean? It means he's becoming more V3.
Don't ask questions. All right, just just witness the awesomeness.
That's some good dirt you got there, huh? Well, common riders are always fighting on dusty ground. Like,
Dude.
this dude's paying attention to the wrong details. It's fucking great. Honestly,
We-
one of like this anime, if it had gotten like the animation isn't bad, but if it had gotten even better animation, it probably would have popped off a ton. Because it's
But-
fun. You got a lot of good opportunities for some really good action, and like even just the fights, the way that they like play up like the hype of every fight is very
Mhm.
satisfying. Like I'm sitting there excited to see what's going to happen next during each one of these fights. I'm just like, I genuinely get excited for this anime.
The soundtracks are phenomenal, okay, but I don't know, like they're kind of weird because it's kind of underground, like it's not as popular as it should be, and that's why it's kind of harder to find some of the music or like what you would think would be the accurate music, because sometimes people do remixes and stuff.
Mhm.
But the soundtrack is phenomenal for the series too, and the thing is that it has had such an impact this season too, that I know for a fact that some React channels that are over 100,000 subs, okay, some of these React channels are actually going back, they're like, you know what, this is cool, I want to learn about Common Rider, and so they're watching like all these videos about Common Rider and stuff too. So I think that whatever studio is behind this, and like whatever reason this got pushed the way it did, I think is a good thing overall, because it's getting people into that property. And so that way maybe it's more than just Super Sentai now for some people, or Power Rangers basically for the West. But I'm
Mhm.
kind of excited about that, man, because there is some good stories that can be told. It's just when they adapted most of that stuff to our audience, it got, well, this is for kids, but I mean, you can tell complex stories with it too, and still be fun, So I'm curious. I'm wanting to learn more about it because it's so good. Is basically the idea. And we have
Yeah.
another season. So
Yeah, we have another core of this to go. So that's gonna be fun. I will say though, yeah, the music for this one was really good. Just the Kamen Rider, Rider.
Yes.
Every time he's
Or-
like Rider. I was
Yeah.
I was told that Patrick Sates is the English voice of Tojima, and I need to go back and see that. Because that
no, it's great. It's great.
that
I've
has
watched
got
some of
to
the
be
dub.
some of that has got to be some great fucking stuff right there.
Yeah, 100%. I love the dub so far,
I
and
don't think you could
yeah.
have picked a better voice actor for Tojima.
Yep, agreed. Or like, I am Tackle. I'm like, yes, teacher. Do naughty things to me.
Yes, Sensei, throw me.
Oh man.
Put me in a headlock with your massive tits over the top of my skull, please. Yes.
Bro, the last episode I watched too was where the one brother to Kamen Rider 3, his girlfriend was exposed, right? So it's about episode 6, somewhere around there, right? And the thing is that that episode was so great because the student was still there watching his teacher. They're just like, all right, you can leave now, buddy. Just go. It's okay, or whatever. He's like, nah, I'm watching you, lady. That's good stuff, man.
I actually think that's like episode 3.
No,
Where
it's more than episode
Yukari
3.
where Yukari Su fights Tackle.
Yeah, no, well, it's a couple episodes later, because when Kamen Rider 3 is introduced, it's like 5 or 6. I'm pretty confident of that, because they just teased the monsters at this point too, because of the reason why Kamen Rider 3 and his younger brother are like,
So you're
against-
just getting into the backstories for Mitsuba and Ichio.
yes, that is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. Honestly, peak anime for the season. Like there's nothing
Mhm.
better than this. Like I don't even have to watch My Hero Academia. It's okay. This is just better.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you didn't watch My Hero Academia this season, and what I can tell you is that I kind of got bullied into it by Roland, but at the same time, I'm glad that I did like get caught up, because I am excited to see what they're going to do with the special and how they ended that. But you're right, like, I mean, it's not new or fresh, and to be frank, I mean, we're talking about 8 seasons of an anime that does have ups and downs, so you kind of have to be a dedicated fan to appreciate it. But overall, I would say, and I would say that My Hero Academia is not the worst long running shonen I have watched. It is definitely a step above the big three for me, mainly because I've only watched Naruto, and I didn't watch every single episode of that the way I did with My Hero Academia. So I would say that it's probably a step above that for me. One Piece is hit and miss for me, and then Bleach, I don't care primarily, but Roland will just crucify me later on that. But the thing is
That's
that
fine.
I think that it did do a good job, so
It's perfectly fine.
hopefully you'll get around to it.
Man, at this point, I'm really just waiting for Salty Arceus to show the fuck up.
I think he's waiting. He's just he's trying to, calm his nerves so he doesn't yell racial slurs as soon as he gets on, accusing you of cheating or something. I mean, I could say that you were like, "Nah, I'm gonna, like rig this," but like that was weeks ago, and I didn't see the votes change. So I'm like, well, he's just talking shit, so it doesn't matter.
Dude, he was fucking pissed in the chat, dude.
I'm aware. Okay, it's funny.
Pilgrim,
Anyway.
he can only crucify you if he's awake.
Dude, I had to dip early on that stream, and yeah, that's a true statement. Okay, he
Mhm.
if he's not conscious, he can't do anything. Okay, he's a teddy bear.
Anyway, next one on the list. Hold on, we got a couple. I still couldn't get into the final season. Kind of fed up in the middle of last season.
I respect it. I agree. It was rough because when they killed off the American superhero, and it just felt weird. But I will tell you, okay, if you are committed to Endeavor's storyline, you watch through this season, it will impact you as a person, okay? And the Endeavor storyline is worth dealing with the bad of My Hero Academia, okay? Because Deku's kind of like, it's whatever. The Endeavor storyline with his family and stuff,
Endeavor is
fantastic.
the
Chef's
best
kiss.
character in My Hero Academia,
Mhm.
and you can fucking fight me on that.
Agreed. I'm not going to fight you. Roland will, because he's cringe.
I actually have a whole video talking about Endeavor's arc out there, so and why I think people are too harsh on the character.
Oh yeah, I agree. Especially those last episodes, man. Like when he's I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but like the family interactions there at the end were so uplifting and like hopeful that like, you know what, no matter what, we're taking responsibility of the things that have happened and we're going to get through this because you know what, we love and care for each other, even if we had very bad misunderstandings before, or well, in Endeavor's case, he kind of was an asshole to everybody too, but time changes people, okay, and so it's about that forgiveness type of thing, and so it's really well done in my opinion. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I know enough about the manga to talk about it. So AOT is on D+ right now. I don't know. I don't use proper stream. I don't use those streaming services. So
who uses D+? That sounds like you have an STD. Don't use D+, okay?
D+, it's dick positive. It means he's gay.
Yes. Good one.
And to be fair, when it comes to Attack on Titan, I feel like you'll probably enjoy it for the most part. Although I think you may have you Pilgrim may have a problem with the way it ends.
Yeah, because Pilgrim really likes Lord of the Rings, and this is not a hopeful or uplifting ending at all compared to Lord of the Rings. So,
howdy, Vagabundo, how you doing, bud?
Bro, Vagabundo, your streams are wild, man. You're cool, dude.
I was watching one last week. I was just like, man, these guys are going crazy out here. Anyway, moving on down the list, we have May I Ask One Final Thing?
Chef's kiss last episode. That I know of anyway.
The one final curse, dude. Just may I kindly smash your fucking teeth in?
Her pronunciation of bitch too was hilarious.
This bitch. She did great as Scarlet. Honestly, one of my favorite dubs that I've watched in a while for this show.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Honestly, comparing like the English dub and the sub for this one, I would much rather watch the dub just because I like the voice actor for Scarlet and Julius much more in the dub. I know that may be seen as heresy, but I don't have time to get into my complex views about dub versus sub and all that. All I will say is like this one promised to deliver something, which was a woman in pretty red dress punches the shit out of a bunch of people. And it does exactly that. Woman in red dress punches the shit out of everyone.
Yes.
I'm just really sad we didn't get to see that punch connect at the very end. I was waiting. I knew that was coming the whole series. Like I knew she was going to try to fucking knock his lights out.
So to try to answer, or I asked some questions for you on this. So since this was one cour, is this based off of a manga or a light novel series?
That's a good question. I don't know. I guess I could go to Mal and see if I could figure that out here. So
yeah, because my big question is that if that's the way they cliffhanger this season, if there's more source material, I would very much like to see, because I think there was some big discussion over what they're going to do with the rest of the series, because I guess there was a resolution regarding the isekai character as well, I guess, based on, I haven't finished the series. I do need to finish watching it, but I loved it. It was great.
Source light novel.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's see how many light novel volumes are out there.
If it's more than 4, then there's no way, unless they skipped a lot of content, there's no way they did that in a one cour season.
It's still running, it looks like.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, so on Mal, it does not have a maximum number of volumes, which would mean that the series has ended. So
then what's your impression? Where do you think the story's going to go from here then?
So what I would think they would want to do with this is they have two options. One, you just completely abandon the isekai thing altogether and you start adding in new stuff, right?
Okay.
So you start pursuing new stuff, like the conflict with the dragon prince and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I watched where he was introduced. He seemed like an interesting character, and I can only imagine that he has not only teased Scarlet more in the second half of the series, as well as, maybe provided a foil to the prince as well at times. So I'm curious as to what would happen with that.
So they could pursue that, or they could go the route of they're just going to have the goddess keep zapping people in our world and making isekai reincarnation avatars to be her little pawns in this world.
So does she have beef with Scarlet?
No, the goddess has, she is in love with the god who gave Scarlet her blessing. So there's a god.
So she's a tsundere.
There's a god who is named Cronoa, and Scarlet and one other person have the blessing of Cronoa, and they're two complementary effects that are basically the cornerstone for the kingdom's protection.
Okay, right. But this other god,
the goddess of love and beauty, is obsessed with Cronoa, so she wants to destroy the nation that he has basically had a hand in founding. So that's why she creates Terranetza.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yeah, so she is a tsundere. Then she wants to destroy it. So show me attention. Give me attention, Daddy, please. Cronoa.
More like a yandere. She's more like a yandere.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a very important question. Is the goddess of love and beauty, is she hot?
Yes. Okay, so have you seen Terranetza?
Yes.
That is the exact same look the goddess has. Terranetza is a recreation of the goddess.
No shot. Okay. Bro, that is tough for me, man, because okay. I like yanderes, man. That's rough. But okay, I'm interested. You've intrigued me, sir. Okay, I'm gonna finish that season.
So yeah, honestly, I feel like it's a good self-contained story that you could just leave at one season and be done. You get a satisfactory ending out of it. But if they were to do more content out of it, depending on that content, it could be really good. I just wouldn't want them to like overplay the same exact thing over and over again. I feel like it would be a disservice to the series as a whole.
Sure. Would you want it to be more shoujo or more action orientated going forward?
I feel like I would want to see them emphasize, the relationship between Julius and Scarlet a little bit more in like the upcoming in any upcoming installments. I feel like that would matter to me quite a bit more than anything else.
Okay.
But the core fun part of this is just the over the top violence that you get out of Scarlet.
It is a very flashy aspect of it. I definitely agree with you on that, 100%. But not like a shallow flashy. I don't mean it like that. I mean like it's very entertaining overall because she doesn't beat people like she's not a Rolando chick where she is like just like muscle bound like a grunt. Okay, she is very feminine, very much high class. She just likes to punch people in the face, it's a very interesting combination where I do find Scarlet to be overly attractive probably than what she deserves, but I'm there for it, so sorry.
Whew, it's getting a little toasty in here. Sorry, I had to take the sweatshirt off.
Well, you're drinking with me, buddy. Okay, so of course it's going to get a little roasty toasty.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, may I ask one final thing? Absolutely had a blast with that one. Again, another one that probably could have used some of that, like, god tier animation for some of the encounters. I can't really call them fights because they're pretty one-sided at times.
It's still better than One Punch Man.
It is so much better than One Punch Man. But it honestly would have been it's one of those shows where like the biggest criticism I have of it is just like the staff didn't go far enough with the animation. That's hardly really the biggest critique I can level against it. So my favorite tsundere harem anime.
Where is Arceus when you need him?
I am projecting it out into the ether. Where is Arceus?
I think I can message him while I'm on my phone. 1 second. Maybe I can. Maybe I can't.
He messaged me around 5:00, dude. So you're gonna have fun over the poll and everything.
Oh, dude, he's so triggered, man.
Talking about how much he was excited to watch me suffer.
My phone is having a seizure. 1 second.
Anyway, I'll go into it. So this is one where I expected to have like an entire love triangle rant over this thing. Like I genuinely thought that this anime was going to be something that I was going to get pissed off. I have read one of the light novels for the series. So I had read the first couple of episodes in the light novels. And I was like, all right, I can see where this is going to go sideways really, really fast. However, it didn't go sideways. It actually turned out to be one of the best anime of the season. Like, I genuinely really enjoyed it because it did a lot of things that I was looking forward to with a romance / slice of life thing. You actually get the main character having some spine and showing a level of competency you don't usually get out of rom-coms these days. Because everyone likes the loser clumsy dude gets the hot gal in class.
Okay.
But no, in this case, like he actually has a personality. Like he's someone who is very focused on like efficiency and like trying to succeed in life and all of that. So like he does not have like a huge interest in romance or anything. Much to the chagrin of like every girl that he is involved with.
Is this more like the silent guy from the silent shy guy, maybe from like Rainbow Days? Is this more like that stereotypical Japanese person?
No, actually, he is. I would describe him as kind of uptight, and like very regimented. Like, dude knows what he needs to do, will get shit done if he has to, and is always like sort of like he's a very competent person. He's not shy. He like rebuttals, the main girl Iroha's bullshit a lot. Doesn't lack confidence, isn't a complete tsundere. Like, he's just gonna straight up speak his mind. He's not an ass.
Interesting character combo on that.
Well, he is the producer of the whole like game production group. Like, he's the guy who runs the show. He is in charge of the gaggle of idiots under his control. Whether that be
Teacher.
the Shotokan teacher or
Wait, whoa. I need you to stop. The teacher is a Shotokan teacher, so she likes her students?
no.
No. Okay. All right. Well, you lost me again. Explain that to me. I'm
Okay,
curious.
so-
Explain.
So the teacher, she has this like very strict, demanding outlook, or like personality that she puts on in front of her students. So she is like total. She puts on a front to look like total like femdom chick. Okay, like she
Okay,
looks like total
okay.
dommy mommy, but the secret side of her is that she is a One Shota Dojinshi artist.
Oh, okay.
So, she's into some weird stuff. She doesn't have a thing for any of her students, but she is a completely different person because the main character has blackmail on her. Like, he knows about all this stuff, so he is effectively blackmailing her into working with him.
All right. What's the name of this for research purposes?
My friend's little sister has it in for me.
That one. Okay. No. I don't even need to take notes. Everybody's talked about that series, and I am a horrible human being for not checking it out. So I apologize.
But
You were selling
basically-
it hard though, and I like it.
Basically, there are scenes where she does freak out over some very weird stuff. Like, so the main character has his best friend who is, the main heroine's older brother. And like, there are times where they're like, having a party and everything, and the teacher's getting drunk around these kids because she's a part of the Fifth Floor Alliance, their game dev group. She's the artist
Okay.
for it. And so she's getting
Oh.
absolutely wasted. And there are times where she starts freaking out over like fucking Fujoshi shit.
Oh, you two look really friendly. Oh, and then she
And
starts drawing some gay shit about the
it becomes
kids.
even funnier later on. They introduce the teacher's younger sister.
Marcel, no. No.
That's not exactly inaccurate, but to be fair, she has massive fucking titties, so she could groom me. Okay.
Yes. Okay, I agree. I kind of like teachers that. I agree with that.
Anyway, so there's one scene where like they introduce the teacher's younger sister, and like they're trying to do this whole thing to keep the drama club intact for the school. And in order to try and like soothe the anxiety of a bunch of the girls who are freaked out over the main character getting involved, they basically insinuate that he's gay with his best friend, and the teacher's in the background like fucking drooling over it, trying not to freak out over everything that they're saying.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
fucking great. She's like sitting there and like and, like there's one scene where like they like, so yeah, this is my partner or something along the lines, so like kind of make it sound like they're in like a gay relationship, and the teacher just like screams in the background and everyone looks around and she's like, there was a naked man running around in the schoolyard.
Yeah, in her mind, your lewd ass mind, you degenerate teacher.
Yeah, so
Groom me harder.
the teacher is the biggest pervert of them all.
Okay. No, yeah, okay. I will watch that series. I will try my best, okay?
But it also has all the flavors of tsundere in this one.
Yeah, no, and that's why it's a must for me. Like Yandere Tsundere, if there's compelling, like I will go in that direction. So good rec.
Yeah, basically Iroha is like the Nagatoro type where they're constantly like teasing you and everything. Mashiro is like the abusive Asuka type like just fucking stupid Shinji, go die kind of shit. There's even one scene where where Mashio is just like, just know that I still love you. Also, go die, and then she fucks off.
Oh my god, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll shoot that into my veins.
Who is it? Like the incomplete denial kind of tsundere.
Okay. I don't like you. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, why you okay? All right. You crazy lady.
Like, so tsundere, she doesn't even realize she's in love. Honestly, this one is much better than I thought it ever had a right to be. Like, genuinely, it turned out to be a much more fun anime than I thought it was going to be. And I avoided a love triangle rant, so there we go.
Oh my god. Touche.
Gachiakuta.
Oh.
I will say I really liked the ending of this season of Gachiakuta, and honestly, it has me excited for season 2. Like,
man, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, in the transition between Core 1 and Core 2, Core 2 kind of felt up until like the second half, and then things started picking up. We got a lot more of like the Rudo character development that I was looking for in this series. They dropped a bunch of lore about the Watchmen series and what the Watchmen actually is,
and then expanded on it even further by the end. But yeah, no, 100% agree with you on that.
Plus, there was episode 22, I believe it was, where they just assembled the fucking Avengers to animate that.
Oh my god, dude, that episode was great. Like, you guys hyped that up for me, and I was like, okay, and I was a couple episodes behind because, a lot of life stuff was going on. We were, doing a lot of other things, all right, and that got caught back up again, which was phenomenal. Like, I was highly impressed with the animation on that and the new knowledge that we got about Rudo's abilities. And then you go into those final 2 episodes, like, where they're just so meme worthy, bro. Like, you did such a great job capturing the funniest moments of those episodes. And then that cliffhanger. Like,
hey, Harambe, king of the jungle.
Yeah, I'm telling just that head bob, bro. I'm just telling you, you had it right. Okay, you could just put any music you want. You just see these guys just chilling and just rolling up in the vehicle, dude. It's perfect, man.
Put the most offensive, like, just they roll down the window. Illegals in my yard,
bro.
Illegals in my yard.
On point for the season. Rolando, we're sorry, buddy. We love you. Okay, we know you're not one of them.
But yeah, dude, like that, and then the fucking Zonka thing where he's just like,
take my strong arm.
The jerking arm.
Oh my god, dude. Like, the fact that tattoos can give you so much power too in that world, like, man, there are so many interesting, like, okay, so what I can tell you about shonens, all right, is that 90% of them feel retarded. All right, they're all super generic, or they're like, you get like the Korean variant where it's just like a pure power fantasy and stuff, right? I think Gachiakuta is really good at telling like a deeper layer. Okay, like, it has a very compelling world. It has a compelling character in Rudo. Okay, Rudo is multi-dimensional, right? I mean, he kind of has like that Asta like underpinning, but like he evolves a little bit, and he's not bound by that stereotype as much. So I find him to be a good character. I like the group as a whole, like the unit he fights with. Okay, all of their character interactions are solid. It's
Except
a
for
solid.
Tansy, apparently.
Well, you don't know, and have you read?
I've been spoiled a little bit on Tamsi.
I was so fucking furious when I read the manga and I saw that. I'm like, I don't understand. Did I miss something in earlier chapters? Is this just coming out of left field? Like, yeah, I'm very frustrated is the best way I can say. Audience, read the manga in the time being if you want to know more about what's going on in the story. And if you're concerned about Amo at all, like the way the main character is Rudo, read the manga. All right, it is good enough to read. Okay,
to play a little bit off of what you were saying about Rudo, is the thing I really liked about him is he was a flawed character capable of self-reflection. He was able to like, objectively look at his own actions and be like, I shouldn't have done that, and immediately correct course. He wasn't someone who would pussyfoot around the issue. He wouldn't delay. If he did something wrong, he'd be like, I did something wrong.
Mm-hmm. You called it. Yeah, I mean, that's a very succinct way of explaining it, you know?
And that's something that I find a lot of, like, when you call shonen like generic, that's one of the things that I find the most generic about them is a lot of shonen protagonists either fall into the Naruto archetype or the Sasuke archetype.
Yes. Okay.
Yuji Itadori, Naruto.
Yes. Unfortunately.
I mean, we could go down that whole route and everything, but like I'll spare you the whole fucking spiel. Either way, I feel like Rudo does break away from the mold somewhat in the fact that he does have those qualities where like he very clearly has flaws that he'll have to overcome. He very clearly has weaknesses. He's not perfect, but he will still ultimately, you know, get some. He'll still ultimately be able to look back on himself and be like, yeah, I did something wrong there. Or I can improve here. Or I'm not perfect. I need to do better here. And that's something I really appreciate in a character is just the ability to like see yourself and not repeat the same mistake 100 fucking times.
Agreed. And I will say too, okay, despite his revenge goal, okay, he is not so single-mindedly focused to be stupid enough to not focus around the people that are helping him around him and stuff. Okay. Like he can not only self-reflect, but take a wider view and not be so focused on just his one goal and narrow-minded. And I find that to be interesting as well, because that is a sign of intelligence. It's not just gimme right now. I don't care about anything else. I just want to be Hokage. I don't care about. And then all of a sudden Sasuke is gone. And it's like, well, that's my friend. It's like, well, you kind of just wanted to be Hokage the whole time. And now you're like, oh, he's my friend. So it's not like a base level shonen protagonist, I would say. I mean, it does not take 500. Well, it doesn't expand. It doesn't draw it out at all. It's very succinct. So I think that the mangaka, she's doing a pretty good job overall. Like I will say too that the character art is very interesting. Where from this season, I did not like the character art at all for something like Sonda. But the character art for Gachiakata the last 2 seasons is different and compelling. So I think that Bones has done a pretty good job with the series overall. And that's what I would say on that.
When I first started reading it, I was interested in its art style and its story. Honestly, with the way that this anime has played out, I do really feel like I need to pick up the manga again and continue reading this one. It was just all around really good. And another character arc that I think they done pretty well is Zanka. Because as much as I was pissed that he didn't get his revenge against Jabber there, I think they did a pretty good job at handling that. Like, he's not a dude who's just gonna, mope around for 30 episodes and be completely beat up. Like, this is par for the course for him, and he's just gonna train and get stronger.
I think that he is going to be such a compelling character going forward. His interaction with the Hell Guard, I think that it's going to be very cool. Like, again, I'm not that far ahead in the manga, so I don't really know how that's all going to play out. But I do know that there's an interaction between them, and I think that, I'm pretty sure that was covered in the anime too. Again, so I'm not covering new.
Well, material. He was training to be in the Hell Guard, and then he got showed up by that one silver-haired chick, right?
Exactly. Yeah, as far as I'm aware. And so the thing is, though, is I think that interaction, because the Hell Guard, obviously, they showed up in the last episode, mangaka insert S tier. Okay. But the thing is that with that character and the way Zanka was introduced and what was talked about about those two characters, I think that's all solid material, man. I think it's going to be really good. And I think he is a good character, even though he was meant to be like Rudo's mentor, more or less, and I've been frustrated with him as a character. I think he's still really good. He's not a Sasuke where I'm like, oh, you're just a super edgelord and I don't care about you.
Yeah, I've kind of looked at Engine more as the mentor character.
agree, because he's the leader of the party. So yeah, like
Mhm.
I agree with you on that. But I mean, again, though, Azanka was assigned to train Rudo, and so the mind would normally draw the conclusion that he would be the mentor figure overall, but that's not the case. It's like he's the big brother, and so you could get a character dynamic like Naruto Sasuke, kind of like what you were saying. Again, that's me drawing a stretch conclusion, but it's different, So Zanka does not frustrate me the way Sasuke frustrates me, and I like his character, even though, um, he is on that edgier side of things.
Hmm.
And so yeah, that's all I'll say on it. I don't want us to talk too much. Sorry.
No, that's fine. No, the whole point of this is just getting the audience's thoughts and everything, and having some other people on to talk about these things. Did you check this one out at all? Starbright on the Sun.
I wanted to watch the first episode because of incest is wincest, Crimson. Trigger your meme. But no, I didn't get a chance to watch that. I think that from what I heard from everybody, the conclusion was actually fairly positive, even though maybe it lost sight of some direction in the middle somewhere, so
It dragged out the confession for a long time, but ultimately they ended in a really good way. I feel like over the course, I feel like they do dawdle quite a bit, but it's a good anime. Like, genuinely really liked this one and the way they did certain things. The dub is not the most amazing, but I think this one is really carried by like a good cast of characters. Iwa and her friends are great. There's a pink-haired chick who's a total retard.
Okay.
And she's hilarious. And their friends group is basically the main girl, who is main girl stuff. Then you have the pink hair girl who's just dumb, but all romance brain. And then you have the third friend who is the super strict, by the books, straight-laced girl.
Okay.
So there's some interesting dynamics there where you have the one who is constantly romance on the brain, trying to interfere with Iwa's love life and everything, trying to give her the push and everything, give her all these ideas, here's how you get your crush to like you, yada yada yada. And the straight-laced girl is can you not interfere with their lives? You're making things worse.
Okay. So I know that one of the big sticking points with this was, so you mentioned a confession, right? And that being drawn out, but my understanding is that love is supposed to mean something entirely different in the future after the initial episode and the time skip and stuff. And there's obviously a lot of android stuff happening and everything else too. So is that a polycule type of thing? Is everybody getting involved, or is it like a harem style, or is it just one heroine?
My guy, you have the wrong anime.
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
You're thinking of Dusk After the End of the World. I'm talking about A Star Brighter Than the
Sun. No. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to shut up because I don't know anything
this
about
one
this
down
one.
here.
I apologize, audience. I've had a couple beers, okay, and I apologize. Crimson, take it away, sir.
I was sitting here what
what is he talking
going on about?
The names sound kind of familiar.
Incest.
The name sound.
Where did he get that? Oh, now it all makes sense. You're talking about the Sticky Fingers anime.
Yes, I am. Okay, but again, okay, I thought the name sounded familiar to me. Okay, and so in my defense, I think someone could confuse them. Sorry, please go ahead, sir. I'm just going to shut up because I don't know anything about that one.
You fucked up. That's what I will say.
You done fucked it up. Yeah, go ahead.
You fucked up. Just the Uncle Roger quote. If you confuse these two anime, you fucked up.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your whole family.
He's like an Asian comedian who does a bunch of Asian food reviews on YouTube. He critiques people's cooking videos and shit. And that's the thing he'll say a ton. Is just you fucked up. If your rice is soggy, you fucked up.
Okay.
He's great, dude. He's fucking hilarious. No, Starbright in the Sun. It's a high school romance. There are no androids. There is no incest. There's no polycule shit going on.
Oh,
Which, by the way, we don't call them polycules. We call them harems.
Yeah, I know. Sorry for using the appropriate. I don't want to address it. Okay, like I
The
just know that
politically
that word.
correct term.
Yeah, thank you. Trying to
Anyway.
be polite.
I feel like this one's good. It's getting a season 2, so we're probably going to see a whole lot more of this relationship between these two characters, which is what they spent the entire series like building up. Basically, neither of them felt like they were worthy of the other person, so they're very reserved about confessing to each other. And then right at the end, you have the main girl just kind of like blurt it out to just like finally get it off her chest because she thinks she's going to get rejected, and she doesn't.
Well,
So if you want a romance that goes somewhere, there you go.
do they kiss?
No.
Okay, it does go somewhere, but not all the way. It's not to second base. Okay.
No, they end getting into a relationship, and you know how Japanese are about that. Like, you don't kiss until the 15th date.
Oh, yes, sir. We are now in serious relationship. We love each other deeply. I no kiss you though. No, not yet.
All right, now we're going to talk about the anime that always makes me hungry. Campfire Cooking in Another World. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm expecting a season 3 announcement anytime soon or sometime soon because of the way this one ends. Kind of ends on a cliffhanger. But
Who's the studio?
I believe it's Mappa.
Okay, I'm selfishly going to say I don't care about this anime, and I want Mappa to focus on anime that I actually care about. But I know that it's a good anime. Respect you. I just want Mappa to not, or to take their slave workforce and to like make them slave on. I love you.
I dropped you, brought you back, and you were still talking like you never noticed. So I dropped you again.
What did I do a no? I'm sorry, man.
I'm kidding. I'm just being an ass because I'm drinking too.
Okay, you're cool too. I'm looking at chat. I got chat pulled up. I can't even see you at the moment.
I'm just trolling. Like I have been for a little while now. We'll get to that later tonight. Because I got some funny stories to tell.
Ooh, good. Okay.
Anyway, Campfire Cooking, I enjoy it, but honestly, it's not the most amazing thing out there. Like it's one of those comfort series. Like you watch it, you have a good time, you set it aside. You can literally justifiably memory hole this series until the next season comes out and be like, "Oh yeah, I like that one. I'm gonna watch that again."
Very
like it doesn't do
friendly.
anything. It doesn't do anything wrong. Yes, very normie friendly. No fan service. No controversial characters. Literally just a map of cooking anime in another world.
It's compelling. I mean, if you are an anorexic, I think that's the one that just doesn't eat at all. Yeah, if you're just sitting there and you're just like, and it makes you want to eat food, then I would say that this anime has achieved its goal into making humanity better. That's what I would say.
I'm just saying that they cooked some burgers in here, and I was like, oh shit, that would be a fucking amazing burger. And that brings up a question. Okay. All right. Fried eggs on a burger, yes or no?
Sure. I'm cool with fried eggs on a burger. I mean, that doesn't disturb me at all.
Okay.
I got one better for you.
Then we can still be friends.
Well, yeah, of course, man. Yeah. I will tell you that in the last couple days, I've had a Wagyu burger, which may or may I don't know, man. They say it's Wagyu. I don't know if you call that false advertising or not, right? But it was a good burger, okay? And this burger had house-made pimento cheese on it, okay? And I don't know how people feel up north about pimento cheese, but on a burger or a chicken sandwich, I can honestly recommend it, man. Okay, like
I don't
chef's
think I've
kiss on
ever
that.
had pimento cheese.
It's a southern thing, and it's a depression thing. Okay, because it's like you look at the ingredients, you're like, wow, that is incredibly unhealthy for you. But like, if they didn't have anything to eat, they're just like, yeah, just give me that,
Just cheese,
mix or
mayonnaise,
whatever.
and diced pimento.
Basically, right? But like, if you have a really
I
good
don't see
house made,
anything. I don't see anything problematic about that.
I I don't know, man. Maybe it's the mayonnaise. I got nothing, right? But I will tell you though that was one of the best burgers I ever ate. Fries were mediocre, but the burger was good. So,
Yeah, no, I like a nice like sunny side up egg on a burger. I think that's a great combination.
wait. Okay, I got a question for you. Follow up. If it's sunny side up and the egg is or the yolk is broken, it's just everywhere. Do you still eat it with your hands or do you use knife and fork?
I'm a savage. I eat it with my hands.
I respect that. Okay, you get my respect, but like you better be having napkins to cover your face.
Oh
up,
no,
right?
dude! It's very well known to people who have like been out to lunch with me that and not only am I a speed eater, I don't give a shit about how messy I get. Like I'm sitting there with like a stack of napkins over here, like I'm prepared. I'm gonna be done in 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna clean up. Okay. Trust me, I hate
That's what
sticky
she
hands,
said.
but I ain't no fork and knife using bitch.
Oh my god. Okay, fair enough. All right, but like, I got jokes for you. I will not say them on this stream because they're a little too lewd. But I got you later tonight, bro.
Bro, who fucking cares? We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
Well, I'm just saying, man, if you get any of that on your shirt too, okay, and if you're inhaling your food, then you deserve to be called a Slobovian pig fucker. Okay, I'm just saying, all right, because that's what was always said to me growing up, and so you deserve to be called that too.
People make fun of me for how fast I eat. Like it's like everyone in my family has a joke about like, of course Isaac's finished already.
It's like, well, we sat down
Like
for
everyone's
2
sitting down
minutes.
for dinner. I'm taking my plate to the fucking sink.
Did you at least wait for grace, man? Come on, bro. Like, it's Jesus's birthday. Wait, just wait.
It's always jokes like like, did you taste it?
I'll taste it later, I guess. I don't know, man. Jeez. That's awesome though. My bad.
No, it's all right. Isekai Quartet. Have you seen that one?
Like I watched part of season 1. I love all of the isekais that are featured in this series. I am a horrible human being for not being current with it. I have a buddy that loves this series and is current with it, as far as I'm aware anyway. And I am definitely interested in it. I do not like Shadow. I'm sorry. But like him being a villain in this most recent season, from what I've been told, it would be very compelling for me, okay? Because he's fairly incompetent and sort of just bumbles his way through things.
He's in an episode and a half of this entire show. That's of this entire season.
No. Okay. Okay, well then what's the climax of this season then? Like kind of how does it end then, man? Because that seems weird.
Anticlimactically, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
To basically try and keep this without spoilers, they do a bunch of things. Like, have you seen the end of the first season?
No, that is something.
Okay.
But I know the premise
It
of the series
ends
overall.
just
though.
like every Isekai Quartet season ends. Although this time it ends with Aqua spamming a button.
Aqua is lacking in mental acuity to just repeatedly push a button, and so this doesn't surprise me.
Sorry, I'll clarify. It ends with Aqua spamming a button while being chased around the schoolyard by Albedo.
Ah, she's trying to kill me as fast as she can.
And it's gonna be really hilarious if like what she's doing in spamming the button has anything to do with future seasons, because they don't tell you what the button does.
I really hope that it brings, like, man, because like we've talked about this before. I want Rudius and all of his wives, okay, in this series. I want every isekai imaginable to interact with the core
Well,
group and stuff.
if they do
Like,
kind of what I theorize might happen, it would be the perfect time to just like start spamming in a bunch of different series.
bro, that would make me so happy. Like,
It would
'cause-
also be really fucking funny to watch Kazuma bitch out Rudius. Like, you harem having bastard.
dude, it's his own fault though. Okay, Kazuma is a retard. Okay, and that is the only reason why he has not completely claimed all three of his party members and been like, you know, what any other degenerate person would do. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Okay.
Like, Darkness practically throws herself at him and he's still not there. Like, what the fuck, man?
It is so frustrating. Like between that and like, man, I just know. Okay, speaking above board, all right, because I know we're talking about this series, but again, from what my understanding is related to the end of Konosuba, that is why I have not pursued the most recent season of Konosuba. It's just because I'm like, if there's nothing, because anyway, I'm frustrated with Kazuma. It's not the girl's fault; it's his fault, and he may end up being one of my shit list of isekai protagonists. But anyway.
Okay, then.
I'm keeping it vague. Buddy.
All right. Wild Last Boss appears.
Okay. Overlord Light. What did you think of the end?
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I feel like it ends with some pretty like interesting lore drops and everything. And Biggles was so fucking confused because he thought that wasn't the last episode.
Well, I
He
mean,
he even bitched at me in my comments when I made my video on this. Like, this isn't done yet, right? I'm like, yeah,
Biggles-
it's done, you fucker.
Biggles has mental issues, so it's okay, buddy. Okay, like he just, he's on his own rhythm. All right, he's marching to his own drum. It's all good.
Yeah, it's look, this one was fun. I won't lie, it's a little weird with like the gender bender stuff that they get into with this one.
Whoa, what episodes does that happen on?
Well, the main character is supposedly a dude who's reincarnated in this isekai world as his female game character.
Okay, I understand that part, but like, does he lose his masculinity and just sort of assume the mantle and the role and everything, mentally speaking, of the character he was playing in the game?
It's a little interesting. They have a whole bath episode where like he basically is like, trying to get himself turned on to Dina. It doesn't work.
Okay. I find this frustrating, but again, if you operate under the overlord understanding of a game isekai, then the game will prevent you from doing things that are out of character. Okay. And so I get it, but it's just like, that is frustrating to me because I do not like that in anime. That's Maddie in the Discord. I've showed her an anime that has a gender fluid character, and it's along those lines where I'm just not a fan of that story arc overall. But I mean, hey, it's friendly to people that care about that stuff, so it's all good, I guess. Sorry.
I mean,
continue.
I don't have a problem with it because specifically it's fiction. It's not like I have any like major attraction to the character or anything. So it's whatever.
Sure.
It's not necessarily meant to be like sexy or anything. It's just one of those things where like I get some people have a problem with it. I don't see the issue. The story overall was pretty good, even though it is lacking in certain areas. Especially
Sure.
when you're talking about a specific sentient RV.
Oh, sorry. You said RV,
Mm-hmm.
like the actual vehicle, an RV, a recreational vehicle?
Yep.
Okay, so on a scale from 1 to reincarnated as a vending machine, what do you mean on that? Is that closer to the reincarnated as a vending machine?
It's literally like a modern camper that can think for itself.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What episode was that introduced in? Is it like the later part?
It only shows up like 3 times throughout the whole anime in very short scenes. But
What?
oh, there's also the modifications to make it fly too. There was that one.
I got so many questions, man.
The
Okay.
main character uses alchemy to create it.
Okay. So I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to try to make this an interesting conversation. Are you excited about a potential season 2 and or like what do you want from this series? Okay. I'll be a good interrogator because that is just so off the charts. I have no idea of how to respond. I'm throwing it back to you, man. What do you got?
I would look forward to a season 2 of this. I feel like it set up some interesting conflict where we now know kind of why the main character was reincarnated as Lufus.
Okay.
We also know a little bit about like the previous version of Lufus and what her plans actually were and what she was trying to achieve. And why she would be in conflict with certain other very powerful entities. They also did set up the idea of there are 5 incredibly powerful dragons that have been sealed away throughout this world, and they would probably be a huge problem if they ever were unsealed and woke up and started destroying shit.
You mentioned dragons and I instantly my mind drifts to MILF Sakai. So that anime needs to get made. But no, that's interesting though. Okay, so
Uzaki wants to hang out. She rode the dragon. Okay.
Yes. All right. She rode the dragon, and it was a great experience, and she wants to do it again, but this time in anime form. No, that's cool. I mean, I may give that series another shot. I mean, I think doesn't it have a dub?
Which one?
I'm sorry, I'm talking about Overlord Light.
I'm not sure actually if it has a dub or not.
If it gets a dub, I will definitely put that on as background because I don't know if it would warrant my like undivided attention or not. But like, I'm interested. I mean, like again, if there's going to be some interesting fights with it, and if there's some good character drama, like I don't see a reason why someone wouldn't not want to watch the series. So it seems cool. I've only watched a couple episodes and it seemed fine. And I know that there's a big twist that's been spoiled for me, but I mean, it may be good. So I'm cool with it. Back to you, Crimson.
We're gonna move on to my awkward senpai. Sorry, I was looking at stuff. I'm sitting here like, where the fuck is Arceus? It's like he's just so pissed off right now.
Okay, man. I texted him through Discord out like an hour ago, probably at this point, and he hasn't responded to me. I think that he's just being a tsundere, and he's just like, no, I don't like you or Crimson right now because you're on stream with him. All right,
he
but
fucking needs to be here by the end of the stream because there's some shit I need to talk to him about.
I'm gonna message him again. Okay. Hopefully my phone doesn't have a seizure again. I'm gonna try to do 2 things at once. Give me a second, buddy.
I can talk about a couple of these. I don't think you've watched any of these other ones, have you?
Probably not, but I'll respond if there's anything interesting. I will add color commentary. I know my role.
So, my awkward senpai. I got told that this was not going to go anywhere this whole season, like they weren't going to get into any sort of relationship development stuff, but they do. They end with the Kanawa, the senpai, basically being like, I'm going to give you 3 months. And if you can make me figure out if I want to date you or not. So we're going to go at this for 3 months. This is our trial period. That's how the season ends. Honestly, it's a little bit lackluster in a lot of departments. It doesn't particularly stand out as a romance or as a comedy or a slice of life for that matter. But it at least has a satisfying end. Like you get somewhere with it. Like there's at least this sort of like mutual understanding. Like we both have feelings for each other. So let's try this thing out. So not the worst thing out there, but I think a lot of people did overhype it just because there were a few like really funny moments, like where she like puts the guy's coat on. She's just sitting there like flap, 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 flap with the sleeves and everything. Yano's Ordinary Days, I feel like is kind of in a similar vein to where like it's entertaining and all, but it's not particularly like the most spectacular thing that you can find. The romance element of it is, you know, decently entertaining. And like there is some good comedy centered around, you know, Yano basically being clumsy and all of that, but they don't necessarily ever address what's going on with his eye. And they do spend a lot of time faffing about in other areas. Overall, I do think it is a good watch. Like, I enjoyed it, but it has its flaws. Similarly done with Kashiwara and Ota. This one I find to be entertaining because the gags are at least decent, but they get a little stale as you get into the center of the series. Then they introduce a new character, and things start to pick back up. You do see some progress in like how Ota feels about Kashiwara. They do kind of start to address his feelings for her, but they never actually go anywhere. There is no confession, and it feels like it kind of ends in just the same place that the series started. So overall, if you're not just watching this one for comedy, you're probably not going to be that satisfied by the ending of it. Alrighty then. Next up on the list is the biggest time waster of all time, Unlimited Gacha. So this is one where I feel like I enjoyed it, but I won't be watching a season 2. I'm done. I got my fun out of it. I got the things I wanted to see. We're good. We're piecing out. Like, you waste so much time with this anime in the middle because they go on a completely irrelevant arc that does nothing for the series but reaffirm a bunch of stuff you already know. On top of that, like, it doesn't do a very good job of rolling out its story either. So it's just kind of like, you don't like the Maestros. I don't know what happened to him, but hopefully he's okay. You don't really care about what the Maestros are up to. You don't really care about any of the actual world story, and the power scaling is just so far fucking out there.
Hey man, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. I mean, you were talking a lot. I wasn't trying to interrupt you, but I was just trying to say that I think I convinced him to join, so he should be here pretty quick, okay? So I'm sorry about that. And
he's right here.
Oh, hey, there we go. What up?
How are you, Arceus?
Can you hear? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah,
bro.
I'm fine.
Zara, I'll tell you guys after the stream, but I kind of had to deal with some IRL drama, and I think my anger kind of got into the chat earlier, but I apologize.
Well, we'll make your night better by the end, I hope, because there's some things that we are going to have to talk about by the end of this, okay?
Sounds good, man. All right.
I specifically want you around here because it affects you the most.
All right, sounds good.
And I will say, Crimson, don't worry about it. It's just Florida man dealing with tires. It's okay, bro.
Well, that's one thing, but yeah.
I love you, buddy.
I saw some of your posts on Twitter there, RCS, so I kind of see what you're talking about. It's fine though. Like, no hard feelings or anything.
Whatever, man. I don't want to interrupt what your conversation. So, what were you guys talking about?
How much of a waste of time Unlimited Gacha is?
Oh,
yeah, I should have dropped that, but I finished it.
I have a question for you. Okay, because I like elves a lot, all right? But obviously the elf in the first episode, not the best person in the world. So, like, how satisfying was the actual revenge regarding that elf? Did
Pretty
he get the
satisfying.
Okay, like
So
on a
they
scale.
actually get to dealing with Sasha. It isn't
Okay.
redo of healer kind of revenge, which I honestly feel like she deserves.
Okay, that was going to be the question. All right, go, buddy.
But it's not the worst. He basically like lets her like hype herself up, thinking she stands a chance, and then shows her that she doesn't. And then literally everyone around her betrays her, and she like starts freaking the fuck out and everything. And they send her to Detroit.
Send him to Detroit.
So honestly, like, it was entertaining. I got what I wanted out of it, but I don't see this being very good in subsequent seasons. So it's like I have no reason to watch any further. Like I'm done with what it is.
That's unfortunate, but I respect it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Chitose is in a Ramune bottle. This one's still going because they decided to take like an entire month off of airing. And I still don't know how to feel about this one because there are a lot of
You mean
things-
delayed? Sorry, please continue. Delayed. What?
So yeah, there was like a month where they just didn't do anything for the series. And there are a lot of things that I actually do really like about this. Like this current arc, I feel like has a lot of interesting character development and stuff. But at the same time, I just feel like there are certain important elements to the series that just aren't discussed the way they should be discussed. Like certain supporting elements that probably should have been there for like, I don't know, a little bit clearer understanding on some of the relationships between characters and stuff like that. And that's my biggest holdup on this is it kind of feels like something got cut that was really needed for it. Otherwise, I actually do kind of like this one. Like I've enjoyed it. I feel like the character writing has been good. And just the idea behind it makes it, you know, somewhat interesting and like refreshingly new. No comments?
Not for me. I just know that multiple people were talking up the series. It's on my radar, but ultimately, you guys are going to have to, convince me. So,
I like I say, it's not something I'm particularly like know how to like what its strong suit is yet. Like, what can I sell this on? What is there to watch this for? Like, I like some of the stuff they're like I said, like they have this whole thing between Chitose and Yuzuki, I believe her name is, that's going on. I feel like that's an interesting relationship that they're toying around with there, but I don't find myself particularly like fully sold on this yet. But we can come back to that if anyone has any like comments or anything. We get to Ranma now, and once we start talking about Ranma, honestly, I don't feel like I'm going to continue this one after this season. Like, I don't think I want to watch any more of Ranma. It feels like I've seen enough of it to be like, yeah, I'm good. It was funny at first, but as the second season has gone on, like the second half just hasn't been as entertaining to me. And I heard from Arceus that they are skipping a lot of stuff from the manga.
Arceus. Who is the mangaka again?
Rumiko
Takahashi. Okay, so Rumiko. Well, if you don't like this one, may I kindly direct you on to her actual fucking amazing work that is called Inuyasha, sir. That's what I will say to you, all right? But continue on. You guys talk.
Sorry, man. I am so sorry. So not to like, I'm kind of driving right now. And a light has been flickering ever since I started pulling off from my mom's house. So I was kind of trying to figure that out. So I'm on the side of the road right now, kind of trying to figure that out. So if I'm quiet, that's why. I'm sorry, man. I'm dealing with a lot of shit tonight. It's fucking terrible.
It sounds like a rough night for you.
Yes, but Ranma, man, I'm not going to be continuing if it gets a season 3 announcement. It is skipping chapters. Yeah, I just don't enjoy it as well as Inuyasha as of lately. Urusei Yatsura, as you all know, and yeah, man, I just hope that, I don't know. Maybe I will go back to Rama if I hear good things about it. Brittany absolutely loves it. She thinks I'm crazy, but I just don't find this funny. Just like how Crimson didn't find Urusei Yatsura, funny for a bit. So
I will say, from my standpoint, is that I specifically watch Ranma with one of my close friends, okay? Because he's a little bit of an older gentleman, and he specifically, one of his gateway animes into anime at large was Ranma, okay? So when they remade Ranma, we were definitely watching it together, and we've had a great time so far. Now we're a couple weeks behind at this point, but the thing to take away from that is that, when we're watching it together, it's still a great series, man. Like if you're watching with your friends and stuff, it's still probably going to be rock solid. I mean, maybe you can like make some jokes, because I don't think the series is perfect. Like if I was watching it on my own, I don't know if I would be compelled to do so. Inuyasha, I do watch on my own sometimes. I'm sorry, Arceus. We're best buds. Much love.
yeah,
But like the thing is that like with Ranma, I don't want to watch that solo. I want that to be a group experience with me and somebody else, so we can like have fun with the content of the series, okay? But from his standpoint, he loves that series so far. The remake, he likes it. So I'm cool with it, and I don't have anything negative to say about the remake. It's just that we're a little bit behind because we're gamers and we do a lot of other stuff. Okay. But that's what I'll say about Ranma.
I don't know. It didn't. The first half was good to me as far as season 2 goes. Second half didn't hit the same notes. I felt like it was just not really all that enjoyable in the second half.
I will say that where Ranma was like a prolonged girl, that series of episodes, not the best. Okay. And that probably would take the series down a notch just from those episodes. But that's not the only arc. Okay. So as a whole, I'm still good with the series. That arc did suck balls. You were correct on that. I think you complained about it. I agree with you on it.
I did complain about it. I said it was probably like my least favorite part of the series so far. Alma wants to be a family. Hold on. Sorry. This is one where I felt like the series did enough. Like it started to dabble in things it shouldn't have, like getting into a bunch of like the giant robot fights and stuff that it did. Honestly, I was hoping for this one to spend more time as like, the Family Matters anime where, it's just like two people who are very clearly in love with each other, raising this robot girl as their daughter. It didn't quite do that all of the time. And a lot of the over the top stuff it did just didn't resonate with me. Like I did not care for the school things when they fought the giant squishy bear or when, the corpo chick comes in with her giant ass robot.
That's baffling to me too, by the way. Like, I don't get that. What I would say is that I have an important question for you because we're dealing with robots. And so the most recent robot one before this one that's not the Incest is Wincest anime was the one that's, my emotionless wife or whatever, or, can't communicate or whatever, right? It's like one of those ones. Right, the emotionless, stone-faced retard. Okay, so is this one better than that one, or is it worse than that one? I know they don't do exactly the same thing because of the family elements, but like, what's your take on that? Like, how would you?
Are you talking about Mechanical Marie from this season, or are you talking about My Wife Has No Emotion?
My wife has no emotions. Sorry. Good question.
I would say that I would honestly rather watch Alma than My Wife Has No Emotion. Because My Wife Has No Emotion has a really weird, like, parasocial relationship thing going on where, like, this dude who can't find romance is just, like, in love with this robot.
Bro, it is crazy too. But okay, noted. I just wanted to make sure because I actually read the manga on that one, and I don't know
Give
why
me
I
a few
did.
minutes, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
Fix your blinking light so you don't get pulled over.
Yeah, don't get into too much trouble, dude.
No, I won't.
The Florida man on the prowl.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of series that are like very heavily into like those like parasocial relationship sorts of things. Like the robot fucker shit, I'm not into that. Like it weirds me out. Like you're going to end your bloodline because you're in love with an inanimate object. Congratulations.
But if the inanimate object had eggs, no, we're not going to discuss it. But yes, I follow your logic. You're good, bro. It is not healthy. It is not healthy for humanity for that series to exist. I agree with you. We're good.
It really weirded me out because it reminded me of the dude who married the Hatsune Miku hologram.
Yes. Which then, oh no, my wife can't operate anymore because they can't update the software. It's like, what's wrong with you, man? That's never your wife. Why would you even legally try to say that? But
like I would rather die a virgin than get to that point, honestly.
Yes.
That's the kind of pride as a human being that I have. I would rather die a virgin than get married to an inanimate object.
I want to use an expression.
And if I ever say something otherwise, take me out behind the barn and put me out of my misery.
I'm with you, okay? But I want to use an expression that one of the women that I worked with in my lifetime said. And it was a very poignant statement. And it's a simple statement. It's just some people's kids. And you just be like, well, some people's kids, they're fucking retarded. You know? So I'm with you, okay? Like, no issues here, okay, buddy?
Yeah, so like this one's a little bit different to me because like you still have, you know, the mom and dad are, you know, actual people who have romantic feelings for each other. It's just, you know, almost a little robot girl that they decided to create. The other one is literally like I'm gonna, you know, get into this intimate relationship with a robot.
Shinzo Abe is very disappointed in the mother and father of this series. I just want to point that out. Continue.
Shinzo Sasageo.
No, Shinzo Abe.
I know. I'm making a joke.
You fuck. All right, continue. Sorry.
He's too drunk to recognize the joke.
I recognize it, and I choose to ignore your joke. Make a better joke. But no, we're good, dude.
Well, no one's making a better joke than your mother when she gave birth to you.
You are correct. 500 points to Gryffindor. Maddie would appreciate that.
Okay, so hands off Kotasashi-kun. This series would have been great if it had an actual story to it. The big issue that I end up having with it is it does a lot, like it does some like good stuff with like, you know, the character of Kotasashi and all the girls and everything. It got nice titties too, as well as like, you know, like the decent like sports medicine background to it. So it kind of got that educational factor. The issue is there's no story to it. It spends all of its time having girls orgasm because they got a massage.
Hey man, okay, like if the girls get happy, I'm okay with it, all right? But did you get past the point where Man, I'm trying to remember because I read the manga. I just stopped reading or I stopped watching the anime and I just went right to the source material, okay? Because I'm like, hey, this is compelling, okay? So I'm trying to remember the source material, and what I remember was that he had an event that happened where he was helping multiple women, and it was right after like maybe a sporting event or in preparation of a sporting event. I don't 100% remember, but like I remember one key thing was that he got drunk, and that was an evolutionary aspect to his character. For some reason, hey, you drink some beer, you suddenly become more, you know, loose, okay? And so from a male aspect, he became attracted to some of the girls he was working on. Did you get to the point where he actually consumed alcohol?
No.
Or was wow, because that was not that far in the manga, okay? That is
No,
astonishing
the
to
last
me.
thing that happens is he has the whole meeting with the vice principal where she's trying to entrap him. And later, like
Bro,
shortly after that, he admits to having turned off his libido.
they fucking failed you. Okay. Like, okay. What I will say is that they probably are pushing manga sales because that's what Japan is supposed to do. They act as a stack. Okay. But until you get to that point, you don't even think that this man is a dude. Okay. He is probably a fucking like an asexual fairy or something, like a non-existent entity that has no real representation in reality. All right. But what I will tell you is that if you read the manga, that does not take that much longer, apparently. You will get to a point that will actually contain material that shows that, well, he does have weaknesses and stuff. And so I feel that outside of just women orgasming, you probably have been dealt a disservice, sir. So I apologize for you. But the thing is, maybe read the manga. Maybe that's the better material for folks. I don't know. But like, that's crazy to me because those are like 15-minute episodes, man. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's crazy to me.
Well, they probably have a specific time slot that they have to fit this in.
Yeah, it's called after 12 p.m. Japanese time because it's aired on a television station, bro, which doesn't make any sense. Just make it a streaming. Don't put it on air. What is wrong with you? This is about a dude making women happy. Let the man make women happy. I don't get it, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. The last one on the list of things that I actually completed would be this one right here, Hero Spirit Reincarnator. And honestly, this one was none too good. It wanted to be a serious story, but at the same time have a lot of like very childish elements to it that just like didn't seem to mesh. Like, it's not like you can't have a serious story in a children's thing, but like you have this like political intrigue and like this rivalry between, you know, the king and Ellen and everything that's going on. That just doesn't feel like this was meant for kids. Meanwhile, you have all the
Okay.
stuff of like you know, pet the fluffy tiger, and there's some bullshit with this one. Honestly,
Yeah, fluff the animal. Do it, child. Do it. Order 66. What?
Execute Order 69.
Yeah, apparently. Getting your freak on.
No, this one honestly was kind of like I expected it to be like, oh, we're gonna have, you know, this like it's just gonna be, you know, isekai girl doing, you know, isekai girl stuff. The isekai part of it almost never came in, it became relevant. It was almost never relevant for her to have been a reincarnation.
That's bad. That's bad storytelling.
Mm-hmm. The only way you could have justified it, like you can justify it, is she comes up with like an antibiotic, but you can literally just say like it's a special spirit medicine she came up with in the spirit world, and that's why no one can get it.
bad because I liked the initial premise of that series.
You
But the-
accidentally left the call, by the way.
What? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I kept trying to turn my camera on, man. And it's really frustrating because I'm dealing with mobile and it doesn't like that for some stupid reason because I want you to see the facial expressions and the frustrations that I have because I have discussed this specific series with Arceus at length. And what I will tell you is, again, what it gave me the impression of was an improved version of Spy X Family. Okay. And that made me happy because, hey, if we actually express our feelings for one another, it's a good thing. Right. And so I thought that it was a good series from that standpoint. But based on every interaction that I've heard from people after the first couple episodes, this series gives me the impression that that's not the case at all. So, like, what do you think? Is this better than the Spy X Family? Like, are you willing to continue this series? Because I know that you did not watch the most recent season of Spy X. So I'm just curious, like, how would you compare the series? Like, what do you think would work better for this one? You know, stuff like that, man.
So I kind of have a similar complaint about this that I do about Spy Family.
Oh no.
Spy Family is too much spy, not enough family at times.
Oh, okay.
And this is too much other bullshit and not enough family.
Well,
And when it does
okay.
focus on the family, it's not Ellen and her mom and dad. It's her uncle and her cousin, because the uncle decides to be a fucking piece of shit to his family and just neglect them.
You have successfully made me hate this series. I do not want to watch any more episodes if that's what this happens. No, I'm done. Okay.
At times, Ellen doesn't
That's
even feel
bad.
like she's the main character of her own story.
Okay. Okay. That's bad. That's very, 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 very
Like
bad.
they don't deal with any of the stuff with like the curse on the royal family. They never resolve that.
Okay. That's such an important point because, okay, so the main, I don't know who you would define as the main character because the family unit is kind of universal in my opinion. All right. So you have the hero that fell in love and, you know, got with the goddess, which the goddess is amazing. Okay. She's the youngest sister. Okay. So, like, you have that interaction, and then you have the daughter, which I'm assuming is Ellen because I'm horrible with names. All right. So, you have these three people. Okay. So, from that family unit interaction, you're like, wow, this is actually a good thing. We have a cohesive family. All right. So, if the focus is not on the family, because, dude, so help me God, okay, the main character, like the hero, his family, horrible. All right. And I watched enough to know the interactions with the actual, it's not a king, it's whoever's above his family. Okay. Like, you could consider the hero's family like a duchy or something compared to a greater power. Okay. That family, all right, like whoever the ruling family is, that was some horrible shit. Okay. I watched a couple episodes regarding them. I did not like that family. Okay. I felt some sympathy for the child, whatever. Okay. But if we're not actually progressing the interactions between the family, if we're just degrading the hero to where he is becoming like subservient to Ellen, I have an issue with that. All right. Like, that's a funny gag, but like, can we get some like bonding? Can we get some growth? Something along those lines, man. I don't know, man.
This series basically tries to be a ton of things and fails at just about every one of them.
Okay. Then I apologize for hyping this series because I thought it was going to be superior to Spy X. But if it fails at the same things, what's the point? You know, like it's just ridiculous. So
I would honestly
sorry about
rather
that.
watch Spy Family because at least Spy Family has good animation that like will, you know, keep me entertained for a couple of scenes.
Okay.
The
From a
difference
Gooner
is
standpoint, is the goddess better or is your better?
I like the
take.
goddess better because I just like her type a little bit more. Technically, they're both kind of the same type. They're both the Dandere type. They're both dumb.
Well, okay, you're not wrong, but at least the goddess has a little bit bigger assets. She, has some extra ordinary organs attached to her body.
She's also blonde, and I like blondes, so
I'm okay with this, okay? Even though, your strikes me as a yandere, I would prefer the goddess. So we are in alignment, sir. Sorry, continue.
yeah, no, like as far as like which one I would rather watch, Spy Family is a much better put together anime. Even if it does have its critical flaws, like it has like very little progression or anything, it has much more to offer than Hero Spirit Reincarnator. It's just as simple as that. Like this is a far less competent story. And it's one that like basically just tries to do a bunch of different things, but executes very poorly on all of them. It doesn't even resolve some of the issues that it has. Like I talked about a little bit, quite a bit actually. Savel, his wife, and his daughter.
Okay. Yep.
They kind of resolve the thing with his daughter, but they never do anything about his wife. Like, as far as we know, this show has ended. His wife is still a drunkard laying in bed all day.
What the fuck? Okay. You have successfully took my, hey, I'm gonna, this is cool, to like, this is uncool, sir. So fair enough. All right. Like, again, the series was good, but it wasn't compelling enough for me to like absolutely have to watch week to week. All right. And I don't want to be that ADD type of person that's like, I don't have attention span to follow everything that comes out season to season. But like, it just wasn't good enough for me. Okay. Like, I thought it was awesome. All right. And I thought it was maybe going to progress to be better, but yeah, I mean, I'm cool with what you're saying on it because I never finished this season, and I did finish season 1 of Spy X Family. And so if you're just comparing 1-to-1, it doesn't, yeah, I'm with you on it.
All right. I guess like I don't really need to comment much on some of these other ones, like the binge list. These are all ones that I would genuinely like consider watching again, but just didn't feel like doing it this season. Especially this one. Like, this is one where I keep looking back on it. Like, this might actually not be all that bad to watch. Like, it seems like it could be fun.
Which one?
Touring the Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were saying some early complaints about that, where the series wasn't living up to what your expectation of it was going to be, because it seemed like it was more of an advertisement. Like, I like some of the advertisement animes related to, Hokkaido. All right. But because, hey, that's Alaska, Japan, right? But like related to some of the other stuff, like, I don't know, so like, expound upon that for me. Like, what's your overall vibe related to it?
They have some interesting like post-apocalypse stuff going on. Like, what it seems like is they're dealing with like a situation where either it was nuclear war or some sort of like extreme solar bombardment that made the surface unlivable for humanity.
Okay, China and or solar apocalypse. Okay, I'm following.
And basically this takes place years after, I guess, the surface clears up. So these two girls, one, the girl in the back there, the silver-haired one, she's an android.
Okay.
And this other girl here, she is like the younger sister of the scientist who created the android, and they are taking the older sister's bike and basically riding around, revisiting all the places that her older sister visited before the end of the world.
Remember all of the cool things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Pretty much. There are some like decently interesting things about it. Like, there are shots where like when they show the sky and there's like this like almost like Starlink looking grid of satellites like flying across the night sky.
No, that seems legit.
They also have like completely unmanned tanks just driving around in the city and stuff.
I can point you to, oh Lord, that would be Ghost in the Shell on why you do not want to have unmanned tanks. But okay, yeah, moving on.
So there's that, and then they also end up finding and rebooting a cyborg, pretty much. So it's basically just like a human brain inside of like a metal like humanoid form.
Is it worse or better than the Major?
Define what you mean by worse.
Fuckable levels.
No.
Okay, then.
No.
It's not worse than the Major. So okay, how hot is this android?
Okay. I believe the movie is called Chappie.
Whoa. Chappie was not the best movie, so you have to like explain a little bit further for me.
That's the one where like they have like the robot going on like the gang like the heist shit with them, right?
Yeah, with like 800 PS5s, okay? Or PS4s. PS5 didn't exist.
Mhm.
Welcome to technology, everybody.
Anyway, no, I was gonna say like the design kind of feels like something out of like it is fully robotic. It doesn't look human at all.
Well, I will take the Major because the Major may or may not have the necessary parts for procreation. So
Oh, it looks like the good old baby maker's still intact. She just went from a 9 to a 10.
yes, I agree
Fucking
with that
Team
factual
4-star
statement.
references.
You crazy bastard. Yeah, I agree with you though. Okay.
So
yeah.
of all of these, the two that I would be most likely to rewatch, I think, would be these two. This one's a comedy anime. This one, I just feel like you could get some interesting stuff about the world. But I just didn't feel like watching them this season, and I'm kind of glad that I cut as many as I did.
I'm also glad that you cut as many as you did because you can watch amazing other shows. So yes.
Mm-hmm. And then going down to like the not for me category, like I'm not picking any of these back up, especially not this one. Fuck this one. That is This Monster Wants to Eat Me. That is the Yuri Vor anime.
Hard pass, bro. You said Yuri Boar? No.
No. Vor, V-O-R-E.
Whoa. That took it from no to why the fuck did you make this Japan level of no. So yeah, I agree
basically
with
the
you.
whole premise is we have a depressed chick who wants to kill herself, and this mermaid basically claims the depressed chick as her prey. But she's not going to eat her yet because she has to ripen up. Like she has to like live the certain amount of time to have the best flavor and everything. So this mermaid's just hanging around her, like fighting a bunch of other monsters to keep this chick safe so that she can eat her down the line. It's basically like fighting all your coworkers for the sandwich you put in the fridge.
No, yeah, that makes sense. But it's like, hey, you know what? You're like a B cup. I need you to like, just eat all this food. Oh, now you're a C cup. Cool. Now I'm gonna fucking eat you. Like it's that is ridiculously horrible. And I did have a thought, but now I don't because it's so bad. So that's the level of bad that is. Yeah.
Yeah, not looking forward to this one. This one, I don't get why everyone glazes this one. I don't care. Like,
is it when
stupid.
Arceus like fillets
Bagels
on the
is
daily?
the one. I maybe not.
Oh,
I don't know. One of them glazes one of these, and one of them glazes the other. They're over here just fucking hand jiving these series, and I'm not into it.
It's hey man, the politically correct statement is it's a polycule relationship that doesn't involve me or you, but there are other people and they are very passionate about it.
Anyway, the funniest thing to come out of this show was the meme about like I got an android made, but 375 cream pies later, and she is pregnant. Suspicious.
What? Whoa. All right. That is way out there, man. Okay. Like, I can't make this relatable. The only thing that comes to my mind is evil lord of an intergalactic space empire. But like at the same time, he didn't take his android that many times to do absurd shit on that level. So that is like a bespoke thing that is absurd on its own.
That's not what actually happens in the series. It's just somebody made a meme about that.
Please link that meme later. But yes, continue.
I'm pretty sure I might have shared it into the anime chat at some point, but it was really funny. It's like the main guy sitting there like, so we got this android made. The only issue is that 375 cream pies later, it's pregnant. It's kind of suspicious, don't you think?
Well, it would be better if it was like 1776 cream pies later. But I mean, hey, what's a man got to do to make it American?
Look, not every man can be your grandfather. Okay.
You are not wrong in that regard. Okay. Oh, that was a good one.
Dusk after the end of the world. This one just fuck this. Bagel says there's a huge reveal that like changes everything. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. It's retarded.
Bagel.
It doesn't matter that the main character was an android the whole time. I don't care.
Wait. So, if everybody's an android, what the fuck is the human connection involved with that? Like, that's completely divorced from reality at that point. You have to really love the robot. That's unhealthy, bro. Yeah, that's way worse than anything I've ever consumed.
That is like full on like bot fucker stuff that I'm not into.
Yeah, hard agree on that, buddy. That's bad. But it's Biggles, so what you gonna do?
Yeah. My status as ass is clearly ass. I don't know why people glazed this show. It was like it's a show that wants the payoff of good character writing, but doesn't want to put in the effort to actually writing the characters well. That is my biggest complaint about it. Like it wants to pretend like it's doing something when it's not. It wants the payoff for it, but it doesn't actually want to do any of the setup for it. And that is the huge issue that I have with this is it basically just tricks people into thinking that it's better than it is.
So it's solo leveling. Good to know.
It's solo leveling if solo leveling was self-contradictory in everything it did.
Wait a second. Have we achieved the fourth dimension? Because I think you're right. Okay. That's why I mentioned it. So no, we're cool.
Yeah. Now I get to beat up on you for glazing Hero Without a Class for as long as you did.
Ooh.
Fuck you.
Yeah, man. By fourth episode, though, I was out. Okay. Like, I agree with you. Like, I was like, hey, the time skip episode 2 was good. This is cool. All right. Episode 3 is like, all right, well, we're about to get into this tournament thing, whatever, right? Episode 4, I watched that and I was like, wow, this is one of the worst things I've ever consumed as media. Okay. And then I never touched it again until the final episode because I was like, wait a second. Okay, this is horrible. Where did this end up? And it's like, oh yeah, I went to a magic school and I'm done with sword training and I'm a fucking magician and I'm shooting lasers out of my gooch and shit. And I'm like, woohoo! Like that's the level of fucking what the hell is this series? Okay.
Well, I could tell even at the tournament that this series was shit. Like it basically just turns into him steamrolling everything because he's Rock Lee with a Sharingan. No powers, but if he sees you do something, he can immediately copy it.
It's like, yeah, bro. I looked at it so intently that the veins in my brain was like, and I saw it. I saw it all. And it's like, no, you didn't, dude. Yeah, dude, it is that level of bad, okay, bro? Like, you were right. Okay, I was like, hey, man, maybe there's like this age gap thing, or we skipped, okay? And I kind of like the redhead, and I was like, all right, we'll
Also,
just give this
the
a
redhead
chance.
being a chick the whole time, that was like the most obvious fucking twist of all time.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Okay, you're right. But like, it was like whether or not their relationship would develop. And of course it didn't. Okay. Like, I know that you dropped it pretty early. Okay. But like, even by that last episode, they weren't in a thing. Like, there was nothing. It was just what this series is Korean slop for America. Okay. That like was for kids. That's all it is, man. Okay. It was inoffensive. It did not do anything good or amazing. It's like it's trying to capture whatever the retardation that Pokemon was, and it's failing horribly at it. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay. It's bad. And you were right. So,
yeah, a lot of the rest of these, again, I don't know why people watched Let's Play. Like, well, I forced Brittany into watching Let's Play. That show fucking sucked. This one, I don't know why Andrazi got as far into this as he did. Like, that was the drop episode 2, dude. Like, it was, the writing was on the wall.
What was it?
Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe he was like, but it's for kids.
The stinky elf and the stinky dragon and the fucking Dorlock, the Spirit King, or whatever the shit that was.
He just wanted to have the elves be so incest that they became worse than Alabama, okay? Because that's what happened. All right, and I don't know how you can make that in fiction, but somehow Japan achieved it. And Andrazi was like, no, I'm compelled to finish this to the conclusion. And yeah, everybody lost. That's how that ended.
Yeah. Then we have Dark History of Villainess. Biggle swears that this show gets better, but I don't give a shit. He glazes some of the most absurd things out there. Why would I bother watching this when the first 2 episodes are complete ass?
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on any level of what you just stated. Biggles, please seek assistance. Okay.
And then, One Punch Man. I don't need to talk anymore about One Punch Man.
No, man. Dude, hey, man, dude, it's so amazing that season 4 is going to happen. Oh, I'm sorry. Cool. Man. But hey, don't worry. It's going to be the best thing ever. And you know what? If you are like an anime only, it's only going to get better from here, okay? We just need your undying faith. If you would just please donate a simple $5 to our cause, we will make this the best anime that ever existed. I'm sorry, that's Mormonism. I apologize.
Then we get to my bad taste with the fucking stupid vampire can't suck.
You just like little kids that can't, well, never mind. Sorry, I apologize.
You really need to shut the fuck up. No, I like the chibi designs. I thought it was entertaining. And then I skipped it for like 2 weeks and realized I didn't even miss this shit. I'm dropping it.
You Mushoku Tensei lover, you're probably going to commit a stabbing spree. You are so evil.
How much have you had to drink?
4 10% beers and a couple shots of 40% whiskey.
Because you are really toasty tonight, dude. You are.
I'm just trying to be belligerent to mess with you a little bit, but I'm not trying to totally derail your show. And again, I'm personally upset that nobody else is on your show. So, hey, I'm reaching out to the fans, okay? Why are you letting me destroy this experience? You should join the experience and then belittle me. And that way we can all live together in perfect harmony.
I know Jeremy Turner isn't here because he is out of town, so...
Jeremy Turner is amazing because he actually supported me in several anime I recommended to you. So that man, regardless if he is out of town or not, can do no wrong. Arceus, why have you not fixed your horrible car problems and rectified yourself, you Florida man? I will call you again, so help me God, I will do this.
He's like, give me a few minutes, I'll be back. He's been gone for like half an hour.
2 hours later.
2 hours later. It's gonna be really awkward when I have to get to the last part of the night, or the last thing of the night. Or well, actually, like the big thing that I needed him around for, and he's not here.
Dude, all right. You keep doing your thing. I will fix this problem.
Okay, so the last thing on the list for the season was Sanda, and Sanda was a huge fucking letdown. Literally a series that could have been fun holiday hijinks, but decided it instead wanted to be this whole metaphor for puberty and all of that and growing up. And honestly, it was just kind of shit. It didn't resolve anything. It didn't go anywhere. It felt like a colossal waste of time on the same scale as Unlimited Gacha. The difference is Unlimited Gacha actually had some satisfying story elements. This did not. So objectively, this is a bad anime. While the animation looks cool, everything else about it sucks ass. So I am not particularly into that. But that's just kind of, how I ended up feeling about anime over the season. There also is the issue of like I actually went and compiled all of the anime that I watched this year into one single list. So this is actually up on my Twitter. This is the pinned tweet right now. And this is how I felt about all 135 anime that I watched this year.
So really quick, I just want to say that your list is fairly good, but the last thing you mentioned was Sanda, and I just want to say, hey, if you like, dealing with, I don't know, like The Nightmare Before Christmas, and you really like, that aspect of Christmas and like just everything else, you're probably going to get something out of this series, but this series is not very good to me, okay? And there's nothing that's compelling related to it. And so, yeah, I agree with Crimson that it should die in a fire, and that's the worst thing ever. And then related to the yearly listings, I only mildly disagree with Crimson. He's not perfect, but you know what? He's our best boy, and we should totally, support our best boy.
All right. Here he is. All right. So I can since we're at that point in the night where we're done sort of like talking about like, the seasonal anime and stuff, since Arceus is around again and
oh my God, I love you, Arceus. Thank you. And I'm sorry, bro.
I'm safe. I'm safe. We can talk in the Discord later what happened, but yeah, Crimson, I can give some thoughts if you want. I don't want to take up too much of your time though if you got a deadline.
No, actually I don't. This is like the perfect time. We can come back to that, but there is something I did want to talk about really quick before anything else. And it has to do with there we go. It has to do with this. So, I'm going to tell a little bit of a story here. Around 5:30, I think it was, I got a message from Arceus talking about how I was going to be watching a certain anime to this next week because of, the vote was going towards My Sister, My Writer and all that. So he came at it all cocky and everything, and I got the bright idea. It's time to do some trolling.
Oh my fuck. Oh my fucking God. No way. No way.
So I continued to make accounts until it broke his spirit in the Discord
Oh my gosh.
and rigged the fucking.
I didn't
You know
think he
what?
would do
You know what?
that.
This
What's
is my
wrong with you,
fucking
you
face.
horrible, evil
This-
son of a bitch?
This is my fucking face. No fucking way, dude. No.
You were fucking wild, dude. What the fuck? You told me you were like, I'm gonna do this.
No, you
But
don't
you-
understand. This is my revenge for all the shit he gives me all of the time. This is the single greatest revenge campaign I have ever participated in, and it worked spectacularly.
It did.
Oh.
He got really good,
It
man.
was
He got
so
me.
fucking tilted.
And then it probably makes you feel bad after everything.
This is one of the best trolls ever. This is what friends do to each other. This is
So what,
fucking
Crimson?
legendary.
You got me good. You got me good. man.
So we are in fact going to be watching My Sister, My Writer because I rigged the poll. But I didn't want to talk about that for most of the night because I wanted Arceus to be around and be completely deflated for the day. It didn't help that he happened to also be going through other shit at the time. So probably not the most opportune time to be trolling the dude. But fuck you. You are a pain in my ass at times, my friend. You fucking deserve it.
You know what,
no.
Crimson? I'm not even mad. I'm actually over here dying laughing because that's fucking hilarious. And I deserve it. I deserve it after the whole fucking Biggles shit, man.
Well, let's see. So you guys can see this, right? If I hit switch accounts,
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
the thing
You
is,
are
though,
a fucking bot. Hey, Crimson, are
The
you
thing
sure
is,
you're
though,
not Indian right now? All
someone
right.
was
Are you-
botting My Sister, My Writer too.
Wait, what?
Someone out there,
Wow.
every time I would vote for 86, someone would make another account and vote for My Sister, My Writer.
Really?
That's why I had to make so many accounts.
Really? Holy shit! I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
All I kept seeing,
wow.
seeing was the votes for 86 of My Sister, My Writer kept going head to head, and I'm like, who the fuck is voting and shit like that?
It's me and someone else trying to ruin my fucking troll campaign.
Because man, dude, I would have loved to use my backup account. I would have loved to use Brittany's account and messaged her. But I was like, dude, you know what? Biggles can do it if he wants to for Trapped and Dingson. But that's just not who I am, man. If Chio's School Road won, then let Chio's School Road win, man.
Marcel?
No. I under like any other circumstance, I wouldn't do this. I don't like to rig the poll because the whole point is giving the audience a chance to make me watch something, regardless of how miserable it's going to make me at times.
NHK.
I actually enjoyed NHK, so fuck you.
No, I know. Hey, I'm glad for that.
You know what, Crimson? This is going to be the biggest thing we're going to talk about for a while, man. This is holy shit, dude.
It was so stupid. You just came, you came in to like message me, like direct message me at 5:30, like it's gonna win. You're gonna suffer. I'm like, fuck you, you cunt. No, I'm not.
Dude, I tried telling Arceus too. I'm like, no, Crimson said he's not going to let this happen. Or, well, I mean, like, not necessarily in those explicit terms, but you were like, nah, I'm going to fix this, you know?
Well,
and so
I've
that's so
never-
funny.
I've never seen something like this. Well, when I used to do polls on my old YouTube channel, or my second one that I have now, it was my first, but now it's my second. I used to do those with a lot of people back in high school, and the problem is that people kept making several accounts and telling me about it, and I'm like, dude, that's not the point of it. Like vote once, that's it. Like, let the fans do it. And after a while, I stopped doing it because it was the same person voting like 20 times on the thing, and I was like, you know what? That's why I kind of started doing the spin the wheel thing, because I'm like, someone give me a series and I'll just spin the wheel on it.
Mhm. So anyone who's not watching right now is going to be really confused when next week I'm talking about My Sister, My Writer and not 86.
Be like,
No,
what? It totally won. Losers.
Yeah, totally won. No, but like I said, like I was going into it, and you're sitting there like someone's botting 86. I'm like, of course they are. I know him. He's me. But at the same time, someone else was botting My Sister, My Writer. Like every time I would vote, it would get another vote. And I was like, who the
Wow.
fuck? I'm sitting here like, is Rolando up to some shit?
Again, Marcel, for the record, okay, I did vote for Chios because I said I would, because my bros helped me get past you the last voting round. And I will continue to support Chios. So I'm sorry, bro. Hang in there for us,
It's just-
all right?
Dude, someone must have if that's what you're saying, because it felt like every 3 minutes the votes for each of them kept going up, and I'm like, that's got to be as long as someone's making a fucking account, dude. I'm like, what the fuck?
You were
No,
so upset, dude.
I'm never legitimately going to rig those polls in my favor.
But I was a
I
fucking
did- I did
dumbass.
thi- I did this for a troll, and I'm owning up to it so that everyone knows what the legitimate result was.
Best troll campaign ever. Everybody wins.
Dude, I just can't imagine how you felt, Crimson, just being like, man, this dude's having a bad day. He's on the road. Like,
Well, I didn't know you were having a bad day until after it all, and then I saw it like as I was going live. I saw your tweet. I'm like, oh shit. Probably wasn't the greatest time to be trolling this dude.
anyway,
He's
I'll
not talking about me.
no, not at all, not at all. I'll explain it later on the Discord. But to go back to anime, you're more than welcome. Instead of going through all this series again, you're more than welcome to ask me if you have any questions about any of the series that you know I watched that maybe some opinions shifted.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about Yano, but you were the person who like glazed it the most. Throughout
Yeah.
like the entire season. So how do you feel about it now that we're at the end of the season?
So I think, like you said, I think Yano was a solid watch, especially after the whole episode 6 kind of confession thing. They went out on dates. They focused on other characters. The last episode just kind of ruined it for me, kind of like how Sanda did, but in a less extreme Sanda case, because I wouldn't say I expected more because of the whole Ordinary Days thing, but I just kind of wish that something more happened. It felt like they were like teasing all these things in the last couple episodes, like with the girl he went to school with in middle school. I thought maybe she would have had a bigger role than just kind of be like the previous Yoshida kind of character. I wish that they explored more of Hashiba and his childhood friends kind of romance, because I went to go read the manga after the anime and then started from the beginning, and they kind of shifted around a lot of things from the manga to the anime, which isn't a bad thing, but it would have been great to have the moments of Hashiba getting character development with the other girl than just kind of cut that out and him focus more on Yoshida.
Yeah. I feel like it probably could have been stronger in certain regards, but it honestly, it was enjoyable. I
Yeah.
liked it enough to put it up there.
I think I kind of gave it, like, I would say I gave it on Mal a 9, but I would probably give it an 8.5, honestly.
The other one I will ask you about is the one that's still kind of running, and that would be Chitose is in a Ramune bottle. And I said that I enjoy it. Like there are certain things that they're doing right now that I really do like. I just feel like there are certain foundational parts, like why certain characters are friends or like what their relationships are and all that, that just isn't there quite yet. That I feel like was kind of necessary for me to really be like attached to anything that's going on.
Yeah, so about that series, I think Chitose finished up a good arc, in my opinion. I actually didn't really care much about the blue hair girl, and I did start reading the light novels when the anime was on hiatus, just to kind of get a feel of the differences of what they adapted. And I do like how the anime is going about it, but I do understand a lot of problems people on my anime list are having with it. Actually, I'm starting to understand a lot of the problems you're having with it, and other people that I know watching it, because the anime isn't giving the what's the word? The anime isn't giving Chitose's like backstory for a good reason. And I know it sucks for anime onlys because we're like 9 episodes in, we know like nothing. We don't know why he does certain things. We just know that he likes to help people and kind of is that like guy that kind of wants to be popular, you know? And I'm hoping, because now that we're entering the next arc, this is hopefully going to be Chitose's arc of realizing, oh shit, I don't have to be confined in a ramen bottle. The world's so much bigger, and the white hair girl is going to help him with that. So I'm hoping from how they transitioned it, it's kind of ambiguous, but I'm hoping that they start his arc next, and it answers a lot of questions that people have. I'm really enjoying it. I do think the blue hair girl was someone I didn't like at first, but now after her arc, I think that's awesome that she's like growing out of her shell and, you know, like taking a step forward, and you know what I mean.
I've liked a little bit of the relationship that's been going on between Saku and Yuzuki there. But again, it kind of comes back to, we'll see how his backstory plays out. And like, again, it would have helped to have like some idea of like why all of these characters at the very beginning are like this group of friends. But that can be solved. They're not insurmountable obstacles to the anime, because there are a lot of things in there that I do enjoy. I feel like it probably could be good if you know, it was handled a little bit better, or like written a little bit differently. And maybe that just comes down to like the way I enjoy things and the way I, you know, go into a series, the things I expect out of it.
Yeah, I think what really makes me upset about the anime adaptation is that they took this long break, right? And the only thing I can think of that they improved on is probably the consistency of the animation and story that we are currently having. Because when reading the light novels, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're actually going to go delve into this arc a bit further and maybe like, you know, explain it better, you know, in an anime form. And I'm over here watching it weekly, and I'm like, well, I don't know why we had a hiatus in the first place. Like besides the reasons I mentioned to you. Mm-hmm. Like I wish that they would explain Chitose more, because that's probably the biggest problem I'm having, along with every other person that's watching the show.
Yeah, I mean, there's also this, but I don't necessarily consider it pretentious. Like getting this far into it, I just feel like there are certain things about it that it just like there are certain pieces missing from the puzzle. Is effectively the best way I can describe it.
Yeah. Do you know how in Maki Ine, I don't know if you know how they kind of adapted the source material from the light novels, or if you know any context of that?
I do not.
So I could be completely wrong, or I might not be explaining it correctly. But if I remember correctly, they only adapted, I think, like 2 volumes. They went really deep in detail to explain the main character and the girls. And I compare it to that because I kind of somewhat see Chitose in the light of Maki Ine, with the whole girl thing, the mysterious protagonist, focusing on these girls' specific arcs, basically. And I think Maki Ine does it better because they're slowing down the pace and explaining the characters more and going into more details, so us as audience members will like them more. And I think Chitose is kind of rushing things, because we're already on volume 3 right now. So I'm like, this is kind of a bit too fast.
Huh. Oh no, I don't
But-
know what happened to him. Anyway. Yeah, is there anything else on the list that you would want to hit yourself? Like anything you want to make some comments on?
Let me take a look. Tojima is peak. It is peak.
Here, I will make it a little bit more zoomed in so that we can see what's going on here.
Just to, get these going fast. Tojima's awesome. The action, dude, they don't even have to focus on the characters. The action, storytelling, and just like comedy just makes the show awesome. It is just great. I have like no problems with it. It's awesome. Ima Uza, I think you kind of already know my opinions on it. I think it's awesome. I think it's pretty good. Definitely one of my favorite I guess series that I've seen in a while that kind of handles the teasing topic.
Mm-hmm.
Gachi Akita. I hated that cliffhanger. I started reading the manga and talked to Muffler Tape a bit about it. But I think it's good. We've already kind of talked about the Starbrighter than the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
I think we kind of talked about Isekai Quartet as well, about, they just kind of need to change it up a bit. I unfortunately didn't get to watch A Wild Last Boss Appears, but Brittany did, and she thinks it's awesome.
I think it's pretty good, yeah.
Awkward
I would give Brittany the W on that one.
Okay. Yeah, she really enjoyed it. She's like, you gotta watch this. She's like, you'll like it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll try. We talked a bit about Awkward Senpai. The ending was just awesome. I know you disagree with me, but I think Kashiwata and Oda's awesome. But it did have an anticlimactic ending. I will say that.
I enjoyed it. I liked the anime. It's just I felt a little sad that we didn't really get as far as I had hoped with the two characters.
Yeah. Backstabbed is okay. I really wish I should have dropped it. What I did want to tell you when I was going home was I actually kind of disagree with you about the whole elf revenge thing. I did feel satisfied, but I disagree that I didn't really like. I think I was already been tapped out of this show for a bit, honestly. So the revenge I don't think hit me as hard as the wolf guy, I
can understand that.
And it didn't help, as I think you agree, that we went on this like little side quest thing for a while, and I'm just like, can we just get back to the plot?
Yeah, it dawdled a lot in the middle there.
Ranma is okay. What I was gonna say before is that, because I felt like I was just like word vomiting my thoughts and opinions. It's a good show. It's fine. I just don't think I could watch another season of that. Is it bad? No. I just don't find it comical as others may, and I just don't like the relationship romance between Akane and Ranma as much as I do in her other works. Yeah. Alma, I thought, was actually had a satisfying ending, in my opinion. I think that last episode kind of saved the show for me.
Same.
Honestly.
The last episode did a lot of heavy lifting, for my opinion, on this one.
Yeah, I mean, the whole government thing, giving up being, like working for them. The backstory of the parents was awesome, and just seeing Alma kind of neglected in that sense, and she just wants to be a family. So when the title, was like Alma wants to be a family, that just kind of hit hard. And it's a complete adaptation. So I thought that was great, And, I could talk to you about Want Dance, but I think all I could really say about it, not to like go on a long tangent, but I read the manga actually more because I stopped around where they did episode 10. So I picked it back up again, and I really enjoyed how they animated the dance frames in the last 3 episodes. It still looks jarring and weird, but they captured the manga in episode 12 with Cabo kind of like he had like a basketball background with basketballs kind of flying towards him, and the manga shot of it looks really sick. So I was like really curious how they were going to do in the anime, and I think it looks awesome. It's kind of to show his sporty side leaving him, and that he's kind of like all over the place like a ball dribbling. Basically, it's very symbolic and everything. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed Marie. That was also another one that I'd say had a better like second half than first half in my opinion. It's because Brittany kept watching it, I kept watching it. One Punch Man sucks, and Santa had a terrible last episode.
No, dude, fuck you, bro. Okay, like, One Punch Man is the best single frame PNG art I've ever seen in my entire life, and if you can't get behind that opinion, you need to jump off a cliff, bro. Okay, like you're just like totally donezo. All right, you know, aren't you by the ocean? I think you know what to do. Okay.
Yeah. No, I straight up told everyone I was associated with when this got a season 3, 4, whatever announcement, I'm done. I am done. I don't not care how big the improvement of the animation gets. I'm done. That was the worst thing I watched this season. It was trash.
It was pretty bad. It was honestly horrendous.
Okay, so do either of you two watch Slime?
No.
I think I watched like 4 episodes and that was it.
Of the most recent season?
Season 2.
No, I only watched like 4 episodes of season 1. I've never gone around to it.
You both failed as anime fans because the time-old question is whether or not season 3, I think is what it is. Maybe it's season 4. Whatever the most recent season of Slime is better than One Punch Man, because one is nothing but meetings and One Punch Man is nothing but still framed images. So it's like, what do you think is better as far as animation quality? But you both failed the test, and therefore, obviously, you're not anime fans. So
Shut your
congratulations.
drunk bitch ass up, dude.
Hey man, I don't make the rules, okay? Just the pretentious assholes in anime the kingdom, all right, make the rules.
I would rather watch, or I'd rather read all of a sentence of a bookworm than watch Slime.
Well, anybody that's like have like 2 firing brain cells would agree with you on that.
That's my comeback to you of shut up. Who cares about Slime? Let's focus on Peak.
Yeah,
right, fine,
I would much
I
rather
agree
watch
with
an
you.
actual good isekai than Slime. Sorry.
Also, sorry I dropped. Again, it was more important to order food while you two discussed stuff that I wasn't 100% intelligent on. So now I'm back, though. So the violator will violate. So congratulations.
So, we only have one thing to go over before the end of the night, and that is what's coming up in the next season. And what I'm going to be watching at the very least. You guys can comment on what you're going to be watching, and you can see where I've been adding things to my list, like what I'm going to be checking out. So,
oh wow,
yes, you're Santa Claus. You're making a list. You're checking it twice. You're going to try to find out.
I would have to be fat as you if I wanted to be Santa Claus.
You motherfucker! That's a good comeback. You fucking whore. I will teach you lessons, sir. All right, you Battlefield 6 lover, you base bitch. No, good job.
All right, so I mean, obviously, as the number 1 Glazer, I am going to be watching Frieren season 2.
10 episodes.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
Fuck you,
with
Arceus.
I wish it would have been 24, but I kind of understand why the studio might not want to go through all that effort in such a short time. It's almost like it might not be possible.
I know.
You know what? In the lessons of Frieren, I think we just need to slow down and accept the impermanence of life and the things that are fleeting, you know, and just enjoy those 10 episodes that they've decided to grace our existence with. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to this. Hell's Paradise season 2, obviously going to watch that. I almost feel like I'm obligated to because of how many people watch this show.
Yeah, it's a great show, and I'm really excited to see the conclusion because I didn't read the manga. It's one of the only mangas that an assistant of Tatsuki Fujimoto actually finished, and I think it's like just over 100 chapters. But the thing is that I want to know how it ends, and I don't know if we're going to get that in season 2 or not.
No,
but like
it'll
all
need
of my friends.
It'll need a season 3 in order to be a complete adaptation. The leakers confirmed it to be around 12 episodes.
Okay, but like, would it be a movie?
No, they would need another season of like 11 or 12 episodes.
How the fuck is that possible if it's just like 100, 119 episodes or chapters, man? That's fucking crazy, dude. But okay, so I'm going to assume that you're telling me is logical stuff. Okay, so anyway, all of my friends, including me, boom, Hell's Paradise, amazing. Arceus, you're probably not retarded about it. Same thing for you, Crimson.
No, I actually like it. I just, at the season it came out, I chose to watch Heavenly Delusion over this, and then I went back and watched this.
Okay, well, again, you made an intelligent decision, so I don't begrudge you that. It is the superior Naruto anime because he actually has ninja stuff, and it's actually magical, and it's kind of cool because, Sagiri is one of the best, I'm just thinking of two big titties. I'm sorry, continue.
It ended on chapter 45, so if they're going to do another 45 chapters times 3, that's around 100. Being 7
your
left.
Logic is undeniable. Okay, your logic is undeniable. I concede. Okay.
I am going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen because I enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen. We'll see if any of the things that happen in the preceding seasons change my opinion of how it ends. Who knows?
I just want to pick up on all the anime chicks that glaze Gojo and just say, well, guess what, honey? He's not coming back and he's dead and it's okay. Don't worry about it. You got me though, so just like, hey, spread your legs, baby. It's all good.
I'm going to watch both of these trash fires unfold. So Oshinoko and Fire Force.
You both are going to like Oshinoko, and you both can deserve the 9th pit of hell. Fire Force, whatever, bro. I never got into that series. I respect you for it. So,
see, at this point, the anime for Oshinoko is still good.
It is.
So we'll see where it goes. The anime for Fire Force is not good. That last, the first part of season 3 was horrible. Not One Punch Man, but it was close.
Is the fan service good? Question mark.
I don't remember there being much fan service in this one.
What, Fire Force? Where the chick has
3.
like.
I don't remember there being much fan service.
No.
I will say though that the PNG of Shinra just floating behind, or floating above the ground was fucking hilarious to see.
Bro, okay.
They literally just cut out a PNG of Shinra and just like made him float like back and forth. Yeah, it was bad. So, Sentenced to be a Hero. This one looks cool.
Yeah, boy.
Unfortunately, we have the light novel Tourist glazing this as a Mushoku Tensei replacement, so it's probably going to fail hard.
Yeah, they've already doomed it to fail. Then that's a retarded take. Mushoku Tensei is one of the 2 best isekai, 3 if you count, Bookworm. But like, hey, this one seems interesting, and I want to watch it. But it could be T-bait. Who knows, right?
I'm going to have to watch season 1 of Chain Soldier to be ready for this one.
Yeah, you're going to watch season 1 of Chain Soldier to get you ready for, season 1 of, Prison School. That's what's going to happen because
if you guys are really going to pay me $500 to watch it, okay.
We'll donate 50.
Just wait till I get paid in January, okay?
The
it's
only issue
2026,
is
all right.
the only issue is I'm not counting it if it's not all in one stream.
That makes sense.
We're not banking that shit. We're not
Dude,
banking.
that makes sense though.
You mean we can't go fund me this? Like you are a horrible human being. I
If
just
you
want
want
you
to
to know
drop
that.
it all $500 on one stream, you can go fund me it.
I know,
You just
dude.
want my
Jeremy
tax
turns.
money. Are you the
You're not gonna
government?
sit here and pay me $2 every week and then be like, I paid you $500. Now go watch.
You're just Roman in a different like skin suit is all you are, okay? Because like that's some
I know,
communist level
I
shit,
know.
all right? Like if we
That is
do a
the most
GoFundMe,
capitalist fucking shit I have ever seen. Stick it up your ass.
Dude, Jeremy Turner over here. Dude, Jeremy Turner's over here. Like, dude, I donated my 50. Where's everyone else?
I can't do it, Jeremy. I'm sorry. I don't have money right now. I'm on a holiday.
Anyway, definitely watching My Hero Illegals season 2.
Yeah.
Of course you are, unless you're Roland and
Motherfucker,
who's
what do
like,
you want?
what's your little brother want? Okay, like what's the twink? Is the twink not getting enough attention?
He has alcohol. That's what he wanted to show off.
Are you sure it's just not Monster mixed with alcohol?
No, it was a tall boy of Mike's Harder.
Okay, I respect it. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch the first part of this remake. And it'll be interesting to see how it compares to the original Trigun.
Dude, okay, so what I will tell you,
That's
all right?
season 2, man.
I know,
Yeah, but he
that's
said
what I just said.
season
I'm gonna
one.
have to watch season 1 to catch up for this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but what I will tell you is that Studio Orange is one of the best 3D CGI studios that exists, okay? And Studio Orange did do a fairly good job of like making good animation related to Trigun, okay? The issue with Trigun is that I don't have a good baseline because I don't know, like 90% of the original anime of Trigun was fucking filler, bro. Okay, so all I know is that like what I actually watched of season 1 of the remake was it seemed good, you know, and it kind of followed the story that I vaguely know. Okay, so I hope you like it because you know, don't get it twisted. Okay, like Wolfwood is one of the best anime characters ever, and I just want him to like show up with a cross and just deliver justice to everybody around me. That's all I want to say. Okay.
He has a fucking man crush on Wolfwood. Okay.
Yeah, I do. Okay, like I will become.
Yeah, dude, like Roman. He's got
I was gonna
exceptions.
say, fuck you, you whore. Okay, I was gonna say that. Yeah, actually, if we're talking exceptions, okay, Wolfwood, a fictional character that doesn't exist in real life, sure, maybe. Okay, I'd be like, hey, Wolfwood, you know, what you got, homie? All right, I'll spread my butt cheeks for Mike Honcho. All right, what you got? All right.
I know, dude. That was
Wolfwood
Crimson.
gonna get to that Wolfwood.
Dude, that was Crimson
Wolfwood,
getting me
oh my
back for
God.
me calling him his exception.
Yeah, because Crimson did do that. Okay, that's horrible. All right, Crimson, what do you have to say for yourself in the court of anime law?
Who did what?
I was. Wait, do you genuinely not know, or was that a joke back?
No, he's saying I said someone was my exception. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Remember on Roman and Rolo's stream about Roman saying that he had 2 exceptions, and I'm like, so if Crimson's my exception, does that mean I'm gay?
Oh yeah, that's not me. That's not you being my exception, like Muffler Tape was saying. That's me being your exception. You're the
Wait,
gay
what?
one.
I'm
Exactly.
so fucking confused. I just like fictive characters, so like I'm just divorced from reality entirely. So like I don't know, like I'm not Roman, okay? I just want you to understand that, all right?
Muffler, just know that you're gonna look back at this stream and regret getting as drunk as you are right now.
I'm just trying to, hey, at a certain point, you just want to add entertainment value, okay? And you know, don't worry. I'm in a different state and I'm trying to order DoorDash right now. And I just see my life as a transient phenomenon that I'm just trying to make everybody happy. All right.
All right. So moving along with the list, you and I are polar opposites. This is one I might expect to drop as like the season goes on. Like
I've never really heard of it.
it seems
Agreed.
like, you know, a pretty generic romance anime, just like, you know, boring dude, Yaru type. Cool.
Is like the polar opposite? It's supposed to be like multiple couples, and like they're the polar exact opposites of each other, and that's the romance.
If we get double NTR, is it really NTR at that point?
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
asking the
Because
philosophical
the synopsis
questions. You know?
seems to point to the fact that it's just these two that they're focusing on. Maybe we'll see some pairing up of the other characters as time goes on.
I mean, if they're hot, maybe. If they're not, then it's probably a pass, man. You know.
Mhm.
Forte was over here talking about like teachers and Ima Uza and
Mhm.
Tojima.
Hot
So-
for teacher, man. You know, even Alice Cooper knew what was up. You know what I'm saying, bud?
What would you do to the teachers, Forte?
Gotta be
Well,
bad.
I wouldn't.
Bad. He likes the teacher.
I would do anything to teachers, but I would let them do things to me if I deem them worthy. That's the correct response.
We're trying to see if we can clip them on something.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, you know, clip yourself, you whore.
So I'm gonna watch all three of these, and again, a couple of these seem like they might be like dropped. This one, you talked a lot about this one. Tune into the Midnight Heart, Arceus.
Yes. Yes.
I'm kind of curious about that. Tamon's B-side seems like a funny one. Seems like a good comedy, so I'm going to check that out. Plus, it looks like JC Staff treated it better than they did with One Punch Man.
JC Staff deserves like the second ring of hell.
And then this one is probably of these three the one I'm most likely to drop. So in the clear moonlit dusk.
Wait, what? Dude, these names are so retarded. What's the idea? What's the premise?
So this chick over here is like a tomboy, basically. Like she dresses kind of like a dude, and like all the girls think she's handsome and everything. And then Gojo Wannabe jumps out of a window and treats her like a girl for once. And she's basically just like, all right, you know, my panties are flooded like it's fucking caves in Vietnam. Here we go.
That's probably right up my wheelhouse because I really liked, you know, what was that one? It was somebody wants to be a girl.
Tomo-chan is a girl.
Yes, Tomo-chan is a girl. That seems like that's
Tojima
up my
wants
alley,
to be a
man.
girl.
You son of a bitch.
From the act out here.
Tojima wants to be domed by the hot teacher. All right. I am tackle.
You're wrong. That's V3. V3 wants to be domed by the teacher.
What? Okay, well, you've suddenly made me more interested in his character because if he's intelligent enough to know that, then yeah, that's probably the ace in the hole. You know, Tojima is probably just too retarded. So
I don't understand Ivan's objection to Medalist. He's just a fucking weirdo. But this series is great. I'm gonna watch season 2.
I agree with you.
10 episodes of Medalist too, man. 10 episodes of Medalist.
Wait. I have a question.
Well, it's going to start on January 25th, apparently.
Yes.
Do you think the anime is going to break away from seasonal formats and just go to do arc formats going forward with extra emphasis on theatrical releases?
Okay, my apologies, man. My apologies, man. I thought you were just talking out of your ass for a second. Like, dude, what if they just got rid of seasonal animes? Like, that's what
You said it was 10 episodes, you fucking whore. So I'm saying, hey, all right, is it a thing that's going to be happening going forward? Like, what's you guys' impression? You know,
I absolutely think it will be. Especially shonen. That especially shonen, man. Togenaki got confirmed for a season 2, and they're labeling it literally the next 2 arcs. So like,
Yeah.
I think shonen. I think shonen is just gonna get labeled like that. I think that's like a 95% guarantee. Isekais usually get one season on fantasies. They'll get one season unless it's very popular. So I don't really see that happening. But I don't know.
Okay, so genre specific. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think, Crimson?
I don't care. I just hope they don't all start doing fucking theatrical releases like Jujutsu Kaisen did. They're wasting your fucking time if they're doing that.
Well, I don't think they're going to do them like that, but like, okay, so I have an important philosophical question to ask you. Okay, so like, what if a lot more anime adapt a theatrical release a la the size of, a Chainsaw Man, and they go with certain arcs that they're just going to adapt into movies, and there's going to be like 2 to 3 years in between movies, and that's all you get for a franchise. Like, do you think it's going to have the same problem that America has related to, like, I don't know, I'm just going to use, Upside Down, Stranger Things, right? Where it's been like 3 to 4 years between seasons at times for that shit. And like, do you think that it's going to affect the popularity of certain series, or
Yeah.
you know,
This is my 2 cents on it. I do think some series, I don't think all of them, especially right now, but I do think some series will definitely go into that movie format. And I think Chainsaw Man is just, unfortunately, right now, one of those series. If the leak is true from the source that guy was talking about and then deleted it, that the next arc is a movie for Chainsaw Man, I mean, I don't know. I can't see Chainsaw Man being popular, but like, I could definitely see probably not a lot of people really caring, I guess.
okay.
Okay, I guess I wouldn't really say that. The people are going to care if they like Chainsaw Man, but I know some people that have not even seen Demon Slayer yet, and even Chainsaw Man, because they wait until Crunchyroll gets that property. So it just depends. I just think that a lot of people, like, depending on how well the movie does, it's may not generate the same amount of hype as an anime episode would weekly.
That's weird. That's gonna change a lot of things, in my opinion. But
Because
I'm just asking, because it's a thing that's, I mean, like, if we're getting these 10-episode seasons, like even with Frieren, like, well, how is that going to impact stuff, And I just wanted you guys' opinions. So sorry on that.
yeah, no, I think Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer are a bit different. I wish I kind of had other movies to kind of compare to. But Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer, as we all know, are giant series. So, like, of course, they're going to get talked about whether it's releasing in a movie theater or on Crunchyroll. But I would love to see if maybe they made like a Frieren movie, or maybe Hell's Paradise, or even like something like Oshinoko or something, like, something that's kind of in that like mid range of popularity, and like see how people actually would respond to that. Like, would it actually do well only in Japan, or would it flop in the West? Like, I don't know. Anyway, Crimson, back to you, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you think, bud?
I don't really have any thoughts on it. It's not something I've sat here and thought about. I would like them to keep going the way they're going, because I don't see the movie format succeeding as much as anime already has. It's like, don't reinvent the wheel. You have the whole seasonal thing works pretty well.
Yep.
You really, it
But
really
money.
ends up being more. Yeah, I get it. It's going to end up being like a series by series basis. Like, some arcs work really well as movies. The Reze arc, Infinity Train. Some arcs don't. Infinity Castle.
Yeah, agreed. I don't disagree. So
I'll be right back, guys. And if you guys are off, then I'll see you on Discord. Okay.
Okay.
lame.
Anyway, So this one is actually an isekai as well. Basically, this dude gets reincarnated as a demon lord's henchman and then runs into the hot priestess chick in the hero's party and falls in love with her.
Sounds like something I'm at least going to watch the first episode on, and depending on how hot certain characters are, potentially more.
Motherfucking Ghost! Not gonna watch it.
Nah, yeah, like why would anybody watch that over watching like an OG series like oh my god,
Initial
it's
D.
the yes, thank you so much, man. I'm drunk. So yes, Initial D is fantastic, even though the animation's pretty shitty at this point. So yeah, I agree.
No, I will watch the Holy Grail of Eris because it's a villainess show, and if I don't at least give it a try, Biggles is never gonna let me hear the end of it.
Yeah, he will disown you or castrate you, one of the two.
Not gonna watch any of these because I'm not interested in this. Sorry, but I don't care about the fucking furry shit going on here with the half chimpanzee dude.
That's retarded, I agree. What's the other two?
'Tis Time for Torture Princess, season 2.
Okay, that's a pass then because it's the season 2 and the other one.
And playing death games to put food on the table. I'm just not interested in anything that's going on here.
Sure. Okay.
I've read some of this series. I enjoy it, so I'm going to watch the anime adaptation. The Invisible Man and his soon-to-be wife. So basically, an invisible dude and a blind chick.
Okay. I can vibe that.
Here's another villainous one. So the villainess is adorable, or is adored by the prince of the neighboring nation. From what I understand, is basically this chick gets exiled to the other country, and the prince is just like, "Yeah, no, we'll take her. We'll take her. Come on, just send him over here."
Sounds kind of hot. Not gonna lie.
Dead Account. I'm gonna watch it because it's like an interesting premise to me, where like accounts from dead people turn into like ghosts and shit. So all these people are going around like hunting like incarnated social media accounts.
Wait. Well, sorry. Repeat that.
So basically any dead person's social media account can become haunted and become a ghost. So all these people basically just go around destroying ghosts of dead media accounts. You there? Okay, moving on. Isekai office worker. I'm gonna. Sorry, I think I have a little bit of something here.
Sorry, I just
I'm
got
gonna-
my food, bro. You were asking me a question?
Nothing.
You were a lying sack of shit. You asked me something, and then you just stopped, and then you complained about your allergies. Oh, what? 1 second.
No, you were gone when I answered your question, so I asked if you were there. Anyway, I'm gonna watch this just because it's an isekai. We'll see how it goes. Kaya-chan isn't scary, supernatural. I kind of like that stuff, so I'm gonna check this one out too. We'll see how it goes. Not watching any of these because they seem like they're fucking stupid.
Sorry again. I had to confirm something. You asked me a question again. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm a horrible guest.
You're a fucking drunk ass motherfucker, is what you are.
Yeah, and I totally ordered like $30 worth of Mexican food. So what do you want from me, you whore?
Belligerent tonight, are we? Anyway,
Well, I mean,
Scum
if
of
the
the
shoe
Brave
fits.
seems cool. Where basically this dude is like a vigilante who hunts superpowered criminals, and he like injects himself with like a super serum for like temporary superpowers. So that's cool. Reincarnated as a dragon hatchling. I'm gonna watch it because I'm an isekai slop enjoyer. And Biggles talks this one up, but it just looks like fucking shitty Digimon designs.
Wait. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. I could be wrong though.
Not watching any of these. This one has already started actually, so I don't give a shit.
Wait. Which one started?
Blue Meebro season 2.
Okay, my bad, man. And anytime it's a season 2, I don't care. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So Demon King's daughter is just too kind. Gonna watch it because it seems cute. So who knows?
Reasonable. Could
I might
put
have
you on a watch list, but yeah, reasonable.
I might have to set this one aside because I didn't realize that this was a sequel to the original, and I don't know how long the original is, so I don't know if I'll be able to catch up on that.
Which one is it?
Samurai Troopers.
Oh, okay. Yes, that one could be good, and I agree with you. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, that would be the last on my watch list. There's nothing else in here that I'm super interested in. Fuck JoJo's. Don't give a shit.
High
JoJo's
five.
Bent.
Cultured take.
Nothing else in here seems particularly like I want to watch it. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am at as far as
I've just been here.
Arceus shows up at the end. What the fuck, man?
I don't know.
I've been backstage for a bit.
Yeah, I just now noticed you. Sorry.
Hey,
I'm
we're all a little inebriated, 2 of us, and then Florida, man. It's all good.
But dude, I'm excited.
You're excited to...
What?
He just cut out.
Yeah. What indeed? You're excited to...
Okay. I did you just not finish the sentence, or did my mic cut or my phone cut out?
Something
Your
cut
phone
out.
cut out. I was making a joke.
You said you were excited, and then your phone cut out.
I do like Hell's Teacher. I know it's getting a part 2 right there, but that's just a me thing. I don't know if Muffler Tape ever watched that. It's an old school show. Misanthrope, the down there. Well, I also like the Childhood Friend Harem, but that one seems very interesting to me because misanthrope means like you hate human civilization. So that sounds hilarious to me. Kind of also reminds me of Ghoul School, which I kind of like. But the other one I'm hyping up is the Childhood Friend Harem one up there above Scum of the Brave. That was going to be awesome, man. At least in my opinion.
Why are you hyping up the Bill Gates anime? I'm just curious.
What Bill Gates anime?
Yeah, misanthrope, right? You know, like doesn't like humans.
I don't know, man. That one actually, out of everything, is probably the one I'm actually really excited for. Is the what's it say? You can't be in a rom-com with only your childhood friend.
You can't be in a rom-com with your childhood friends.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
Oh,
Because he's got 2 childhood friends. What's the cleaner one up there? What's the cleaner one? The wash it all away.
Dude cleans. He just works at a motel room and he just cleans up all the messes. He's just like,
Cleans up
Jesus,
after
I hate my
multiple
life.
dinner.
Kaya-chan should be interesting. It reminds me, it's by the assistant author of Dark Gathering. So I love Dark Gathering, so I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Heart Tune, I think those are the ones. Hell Mode I've heard about, but I don't know anything about it. And then Dead Account, some random person told me Dead Account that had some affiliation with Togenaki. I don't know who said that, but it doesn't look like that at all. So I don't know.
If it does, I'll probably hate it. So we'll see.
And then what's the Shy Girl and Invisible Man? Like,
basically, it's like a world full of like demi-humans and stuff.
oh gosh, that looks so weird.
It can be. I've read some of the manga for this. It is a little weird, but I do like the dynamic between these two characters. So it's basically the chick is blind, and this dude is an invisible dude. So
It just depends because I did not like Sign of Affection, and that was the sign language girl.
mhm. Well,
wait. We got like Anne Frank or like, well, no, wait. What's the other one? What's the American one that like, couldn't
Helen
see?
Keller.
Yeah, so we got like Helen Keller and like somebody who's trying to rape her. It's cool.
Dude, this looks like the ice guy in this cool female was it or what was it? Let me see. It was like the ice
Yeah,
guy,
he's
right?
and his cool female colleague.
Yeah.
No, well, we'll see how this one goes because I've decently enjoyed the manga for this one just because of these two. But this dude over here, he's gay, and this is furry. So
Oh gosh, it just looks like the fucking Wolf show, but worse.
Cool. So Falcon will probably like one of those shows. It's all good. Hi, buddy. You're my best friend.
well, these
Hey.
these two are side characters.
We'll
Most of
see.
the show is these two. There's also like this. There's also like a really clingy.
Oh, it's my
couple.
project. It's my project number 9. Oh, you can't trust them.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what else have they done?
They
It's pretty
I don't
dope.
think they've done really anything above a like 6 besides Hero, I think.
Okay, I like Higihiro though. Crimson does not, but you know, I mean, who could?
Oh,
trust
and then
them?
the Death Games.
Oh,
Playing
hold on.
Death
Have you ever,
Games.
we're talking about Hige Hero. I shaved and took in a high school runaway.
Yes.
I've never watched that show. Fucking
We need to
slandering
recommend-
drunk ass.
Yeah, I didn't think he ever watched that. I was confused when you said that.
My bad. I thought of the other one that he recently watched because of Biggles, and it was on his stream, and he slandered it. So my bad. But Higihiro is good actually.
The villainous one by the the blind girl, that one?
No, I'm talking about the one that's like it's the one where the panties are involved and it's like, you know,
Oh,
it ends up being a
Hensuki.
sister. Yeah. See, they both start with an H. I don't want to hear no horse shit, all right?
Is
No,
Biggles
you're just
checking
a
out
fucking drunk retard. That's all.
Fuck you.
is Biggles gonna be watching that villainous right next to the is scrolling down? Is he gonna watch that one?
Probably. I'm gonna watch it. We'll see how it goes.
All right, you guys can like check out a couple of these for me and see if it's worth it
Well,
because
I'm gonna try and check out some of these, and if I don't like them, I'm gonna rotate them out for other people's suggestions potentially.
okay. The Holy Grail Heiress one sounds interesting, but I know it's also a villainous.
Yes, that's why I'm watching it because I know Biggles will never let me hear the end of it if I don't.
And then the cute girl, the one, the third one on that row with Medalist. That one I read a bit of the manga. That's not the source material, but it's fucking hilarious, dude. Like this demon lord, like romantically confessing in the first chapter, and she's like, "Oh, I'm good." Like I don't. And he just like he's a simp.
How
We'll
hot
see.
is she?
I mean,
Take a look, man.
I can't see shit. I'm on my fucking phone.
Oh gosh.
You
Oh
have to,
man.
like zoom in 800% for me to fucking see an image. So
Oh man, dude. I mean, she looks pretty hot.
okay, this is better. All right, like scroll up. Okay, like so she's thin. I don't know. Maybe she's playful. I don't know. I mean,
He goes like, "Yeah, she's thin, long hair, tits."
I mean, yeah, seems like average hot Japanese woman. You know, can we import you to America, please? I don't care.
Oh man.
so yeah, I mean, I've got mine picked out. I expect to have to drop a couple of these because I just don't want to watch any of them, especially as we get like closer to the bottom here. There are a couple like Den Account that could be hit or miss. This one over here, I think, could be hit or miss.
That's boys love, dude.
Oh, is this fucking boys?
This is boys love,
Oh,
yes.
shit, no, we're dropping that right away.
Your girlfriend is amazing because she helps us avoid the true gay. So we
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes, she does. When she told me that, I went, I'm good. Also, the Segoy dude, the leaker, also said it was a BL as well. So when I saw that, I'm like, I'm not interested.
There's another one I have to go down here and check really quick. I need to.
I don't know about that one.
Well, I don't think I can watch the first season of this because it's a sequel.
Oh, I
So-
meant the one next to it, but I just realized it's not on your list, so never mind.
Yeah, so I'm just getting rid of those two, and I guess I'll find two other anime that I can fuck around and check out.
So, do you have Kaya-chan or Death Games or the Childhood Harem one on your list?
I have Kaya-chan. I was gonna add this one. I was gonna add this to the plan to watch. I'm not interested in the Death Game one, honestly.
Okay.
I'm just genuinely not interested.
You're not into the Misanthrope teacher?
I'm just seeing if there's anything else in
Did you
here.
say teacher?
Yeah, a guy teacher.
That gets a little weird, but maybe
You're not drunk enough to be like, who cares?
I mean, dude, if it's a guy teacher and he's like talking about his students, that gets a little weird. It's not as weird if it's a woman teacher. Okay,
It sounds hilarious, dude. It's about a dude that hates human beings. Like, that's fucking awesome.
okay.
There's my
think
He hates humans, but does he like demi-humans?
Who doesn't
Yeah.
like demi-humans? Have you ever read interviews with demi-humans?
No,
Or interview with monster girls. That's what it is.
I just want to see awesome shows with elven women, and they may or may not have relations with people. That's all I want. Okay.
Muffler tip. I'm going to sell you on this one. Interview with monster girls. The end of the series is the main dude hooking up with the succubus chick with massive tits.
I do like succubus chicks, so okay, I will try to get this information from you later.
Anyway, that's going to be the end, I guess, for this stream for tonight. I don't think there's anything else I particularly need to cover. So, again, thank you to everyone who was around, especially to you guys who are, here on the stream, chatting anime with me, Muffler, Arceus. Sorry to make your day worse, Arceus, but you fucking deserved it.
I did.
Get trolled.
So we will be talking about the fucking shitty anime that Arceus put up to vote next week.
Dude, this isn't the worst someone's done to me, man. I can take it. Don't worry.
And then don't forget, guys, Wednesday, Fictionology. We're going over 4 movies and we're doing end of the year stream, basically. So I did
watch those movies, but unfortunately I won't be able to be available. So we can talk on the Discord later about it.
Why didn't you save me with with Batman? Why would you do that to me, Arceus?
I guess I didn't realize you guys were watching it in the Discord.
He wants someone to suffer with him, but I don't like watching things in the Discord calls with people.
That's just because your internet is ass and you don't know how to fix it.
I do it sometimes just in case someone wants to like come in and chat, but most of the time I think I've told you guys that if it's a show like Backstabbed, I had to put on 2 times speed after a while because it just got really annoying. And you already know about One Punch Man, so I'm not going to go into chat and watch all that on. Or you guys,
yeah. So just to quickly wrap this up before we get too out of hand, back to business as usual. Come Monday. So Biggles breakdown. We'll be talking about Do You Love Your Mother with their two hit combo or whatever that is.
Oh, I can't wait for that review.
The OG MILF Sakai. So all right.
Yeah. I also know that Biggles is getting ready for the Anime Awards show we're going to be doing in February. So you guys can look forward to that.
Interesting.
And then
And Crimson, I might invite you on in January to actually talk about all the animes that actually aired in 2025 and maybe get a review of your top picks and kind of compare them with mine.
I will be down for that. With that said, again, thank you guys all for a fantastic year. I really appreciate everything that the viewers have done to help this channel out. We hit 1,000 this year, so I'm grateful to you guys. The super chats, the donos, the memberships, all that stuff. Being able to collab with a bunch of other people, I'm pretty sure. When it comes to this year, I'm pretty sure me and you, Arceus, started talking this year.
Yeah, man, it's been it'll be a year in January, I think.
So I met cool people this year too. So
you just made all the Fuzoshis in the world sit there and giggle a little bit, and may or may not become Niagara Falls. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, no, you got Brittany over here with boys love and defending everything that Crimson hates. So
she's just like, oh, it's so cute that my boyfriend and Crimson just have been talking and getting along together for the last year.
At some point, you're just artificially injecting gay into everything, and I think that's because you're closeted.
No, I think it's
because Drunk Muffler Tape is getting out of hands, and we're going to spare him any further embarrassment because he's going to look back at this and realize, oh shit, I just gave them a whole lot of clips.
Dude, Roman wore off on you, didn't he, yesterday?
I don't know what you're talking about. Branson wore off on me, bro.
You know what? You can talk shit about Missouri all you want.
I'll see you in the Discord. All right.
All right.
All of you guys have a good night and enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend or break or whatever. So thank you. I appreciate everything you guys have done. I appreciate the year you guys have made for this channel. I will see you in the near future. That's Leave Studio. I need to